Hello, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. Here we are on a Star Wars Saturday playing the last session of Apocalypse World Burned Over, set on the planet of Jakku. During the New Republic timeline when the Empire has fallen, because this is not long after the Battle of Jakku, which as all important Star Wars events happened in a video game, Battlefront 2, but it's fine. Uh, Basically, there was a huge battle over this desert planet. Tons of Imperial warships crashed on the planet, and I've used Deadwood, the TV show, as a bit of an inspiration for some of the events. Quite a lot less whorehouses in our game versus Deadwood. Much less Shakespearean verse. Uh, the blank verse of Deadwood, hard to capture it in a live session. Don't think I should try. I could barely pull off Hildegard the Valkyrie and her fake Shakespearean style of these and thous in a live session. So I'm not even going to try blank verse. It is too much for me, one might say. That said, we are at the end. The main threats on the board for our scavengers is that Nima the Hutt is not happy with any of you, and that a certain Mirialan has awoken an ancient Sith and is just carrying her around, for fun. Not the best choice, I would think, but who am I to judge? Who am I to judge, really? So let's go around the horn one last time to have folks introduce themselves and tell us a sentence or so about their character. We're going to start in the middle again with Greg.
Greg, who can unmute. Hi, I'm Greg. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing All Tragic, also he, him, the angel, the medic, the something, the healer, um, who has gone straight into maxing out the hard stat, which he's used for doing battle. Um, I last session got a call from my brother and then immediately ignored it, busting my friends out of jail, running away. um, the New Republic is after me. Uh, Things are going great. And then there was a giant sandworm.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a pet. It was someone's pet. And does that make it less scary? By the
No,
way, 100 no? No? Okay, fair. Fair. 100% less stop motion. This was all CGI. Just so we know. Because stop motion sandworms only exist in Beetlejuice. Because that's where it's the best. Hey, you're up next. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hey, I'm Kay of the she and they variety, and I am playing Raro or Raro, Variasan, Variasan. It all depends on how you feel who uses he, they pronouns. He spent last episode being a very drunk kitty, but now he's about to wage war. So, he might need to sober up for that. We'll have to see. He's gone
Drunken
very
wars are a thing.
drunken wars are a thing. But when you plan to kill Nima the Hutt, I think you may need to be a little more sober than he currently is. So, yeah, he has had a an interesting event of learning emotions and feeling things and reuniting with kitmates and now possibly having some hard choices to make. We shall see.
We shall indeed. Jolene, you're up next.
This is a wild order. Hi, I'm Jolene. I'm playing Zola Gold, the Mirialan. Last session. She's a brain picker now. Before she was just a weirdo, spooky mechanic, which she still does that. She's just even weirder and spookier. uh, who recently summoned a sandstorm slash worm. So things are going great.
All of this is true. So great. So, so great. Thank you. Adesh, you are up next.
Yeah, I'm Anders, he, him. I'm playing Asa Starbreaker, she, her. She's the operator is the name of the playbook, I think. Um, she's Jakku native. Um, she's also in trouble with Nima the Hutt, or at least believes she is. So she stole some drugs and bought some guns. And she's hoping that will solve everything.
Indeed. Last but certainly not least, Stephen, you are up, my friend.
Hi, my name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Maz Vandrix, who is a basilisk, four-armed guy. He is a Maestro D, so he has a mobile food truck that is missing right now. It's in the middle of the desert, broken down, and he's on the run from the law.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that whole being chased by the New Republic security forces. Yeah, how did I miss that? Another threat on the board. Cool. We have some his HX questions that are laying out there. Then we're going to do a little bit of day to day, and then we're going to do start a session. So at some point we'll play, but mostly questions and rolling, as all RPGs should. Adesh, you had said that Asa had an HX question to Axe.
No, I
No,
think someone
that
else
means
had a question to ask me.
sorry. There we go. That's how it is.
Yes, I have a question to ask Asa, and I think Olin has a question to ask Maz. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, go for it.
So, Asa, what's our next step? Let's make a plan together for what comes next for the two of us.
Ooh,
Because I think we ended the last session, and Maz said we need to get out, like get off of Jakku. And you were like, I'm staying on Jakku. So I'd like to figure out what that resolution is.
yeah. Like Asa is from Jakku. She's like her village where she grew up, not far from here. That village has been destroyed, but like her people are still out here somewhere. She and the others who went to the Trident were the young people who were looking to, oh, we'll gather some scrap, we'll make some money, and then we'll get back to our people. And I think that's still her main plan. Like the whole thing with the trident is that's just a means to an end for her. She wants to get the credits and then she can get out of this scrapper business. At least that's on her conscious level. Subconsciously, maybe she's starting to like enjoy not living village life. She may not like that as much when she gets back. But yeah, that's where she's at.
And if your village has been destroyed, do you need to stay in this area, Jakku? Because we've got all sorts of the New Republic's coming in to take over, and we have Name the Hut. Maybe another area of Jakku might be better off for your people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the way I thought about it, I'm not sure if I made that explicit, is that most of the people from the village they moved somewhere else on Jakku. They're still on Jakku, but they're just somewhere outside this general area where we're playing. Um, so it was just her and some of the other young people who went to look for to make their fortune in the scrap field. So yeah, leaving for a different era of Jakku, that's definitely on the table. But she's unwilling to leave the Trident without getting paid.
We had that long conversation about shares, so obviously it's important. It's even part of the
yeah.
playbook.
I think everyone here has a share except for Olin. So
Sharesless Olin. Man, now I need to get Will to record something about why didn't you get a share? Cool. Then let's do our second question.
Sorry, but Moz, what's your like?
Oh,
If,
yeah.
if we're making a plan, like what's your what are you aiming for?
So Maz's perspective was, hey, it's gotten too hot here, and I can't make a living. We can't make a living here. We've got to get off planet. And I think Aza's perspective was, I'm not leaving the planet. I'm like, well, what
Mhm.
about another area of the planet that might be a little bit cooler?
Yeah,
Not have as many heavy hitters. And you're like, oh yeah, that's an option. My people have already moved around a little bit, so I think Maz is calculating, you know, is it safe to stay on Jakku in another area and just lie low where there isn't as much heat, or is it still needed to get off planet?
yeah,
So,
yeah. And I think like if everyone else is thinking we should get off planet, then Asa, like if something happens that's, oh right, I need to leave right now, then she could go. But it's like her primary focus is just staying here.
perfect.
Neat.
I mean, I suppose this conversation is happening a little bit, after this giant sandworm eats the New Republic gunship. Um, and all in, I'm sure here's Maz and Aza, trying to work this out. Like, can we get off? Can we go somewhere else? Maz, uh, I'm thinking about starting a new life, changing my identity, going to ground. Either I'm going with you and Aza. I'm getting off world, or I'm going somewhere else on Jakku, but I need to change my identity. How do I do that?
Well, you've come to the right person. Um, I can help you with that. And I think this will be, first thing you need to do is make sure that your old identity is dead. And then next part is we, set you up with fake credits and a fake uh chain code. And, do you still want to be a doctor?
Yes.
Okay. That's not that hard. You don't want the Republic on you, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can work out.
Nice. Good stuff. Cool. Some time is going to pass. We need to resolve living day to day, and we also have start of session moves. But let me set a bit of the stage. The New Republic LAAT ship completely disappeared without a trace. They didn't even have the ability to notify anyone back at Nema Outpost what had happened. The response from the New Republic has been slow, and um, you, the locals, Aza, you probably be aware of this. They've been talking about another sandstorm coming. This is the season for it, much like a monsoon season. This is the season for Darude, as they call it. I'm not going to let it go. I can't. I'm fully committed. That means that people are hoarding water and meat. That near the Trident, Aza, I think any of your people, as repairs are being made, they are reaching out, trying to draw in any resources that they can, but they are becoming more and more scarce. Also, at Nema Outpost, The New Republic officers have looked to the only other authority near them, and they are currently working alongside the forces of Nema the Hutt to make sure that Nema Outpost remains secure with the oncoming sandstorm. Safe. So, with that in mind, let us have you, for perhaps the last time, live day to day. So, live day to day is a barter move. You each will roll barter. I will share with you the link to the roller in case folks don't have it. You roll plus barter. On a 10 plus, you ask me what's free and what's easy. On a 7 to 9, you ask what's easy and what's hard. On a miss, you ask what's hard and what's impossible. So let's start with the right-hand side of the character keeper, heading towards the left, since Stephen went last on interest. You can go first on living day to day.
Okay, living day to day is plus barter.
It's plus barter, which is 1 plus psi for you.
That's right, because I'm lucky.
So you're rolling plus 2d6 plus 2.
That's a 5.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my. That is rough. Well, that means that you, with a miss, ask me what's hard and what's impossible. And for you, what's hard is security. Maz, the last names that the New Republic were aware of, you are among the list. So that is what's hard for you, is security and safety. You have heard reports from Noctic that there are wanted posters for you posted in Nema Outpost, and that there are bounty hunters, Kima not among them, but other bounty hunters who are expressing interest.
Well, how much is my price?
Ooh,
Is it good?
it's 5,000 credits, almost
Whoa.
enough to buy a speeder. Let's move to the left on the keeper, which means the solo goal. If you could, live day to day for me.
Okay. There's a 7.
Ooh, a 7. So on a 7 to 9, you get to ask me what's easy and what's hard.
What's easy and what's hard?
What's easy for you is safety, because the rumor among those at the Trident are that you called that beast that they had not seen in generations. Yeah, I have a sandworm. Exactly. Yeah, that's totally the thing. And it's legendary, Asa. This thing, they don't know it. Your people don't know it as a Sith spawn. They just know that their grandparents um, heard stories as children about this thing. Eat your eat your vegetables because at night, this terrible worm, if you're left out, the terrible worm will come after you, will get you. And then what's hard? I think what's hard for you is solitude. Um, you're known now, Zolagol. Before you were just some gear cutter. Now, you have some kind of power. you've heard that, well, someone from Tuanu, that's a settlement located in the Kelvin Ravine,
That's where I got a
is
droid.
seeking you out. Have you heard of the Church of the Force? Do you think Zola Gol has heard that there is a Church of the Force
Yeah,
here?
she's Mary Allen,
She is indeed a Miri Allen. Yes,
and
that's
they're
true.
very, raised to believe in the Force. And also, that's who she got the droid from, the one droid, the astromech.
Yes, true. Very true. So yes, you have heard that a certain man named Lor Santeca
Hmm.
is seeking you out.
My good friend.
Yeah. Let's continue on. Allen,
All right.
I think it is time for you to live day to day.
I've got a great -2 barter, by the
You
way.
do. You're so
So
good at bartering. You're the barter master.
I got a 1.
That is a miss.
What's hard and what's impossible?
Yeah. I think for you, what is hard? I believe that you've run out of most of your access to supplies. You have what you carried with you, but yeah, -2 barter because all in Tragic, it's just like, yeah, yeah, sure, I'll heal you up. That's fine. No charge. It's fine. You're important to the community. Uh, what's hard for you is that you are low on supplies and that you know that the New Republic, you're no friend of the New Republic. They have not put out a wanted for you because that would be a little embarrassing. Perhaps Kel's pulled some strings, but you are wanted for questioning. And what's impossible is it's abstract. If this answer doesn't seem, if it seems too abstract, we can dial it in. But I think what's impossible for you is feeling you can escape the consequences.
Mm.
Raro, the volatile. Let us see you who has a 3 barter. You're so good at bartering.
Don't curse me like that, Rich.
I just wanted to say it before you rolled the dice. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You did. Did you know? 12.
All right, on a 10 plus, what's free and what's easy? Kinnem. Kinnem opens up to you all of his wares. He has been a successful bounty hunter. You over this time, he shared with you that there have been scavenging companies who have set bounties on each other, and they've done it through the guild. So technically, it is not working as an assassin, but it has been very profitable for him. And he has planned to get off of Jakku, and he expects that that is your goal as well. So what's free and easy is access to food and water. It is abundant. You guys, if you hunker down and don't share, you are set for a very long time.
I have a question, and I'm
Yes.
wondering if this can possibly tie into this a little about free and easy things. Does he know anything about Feeny or Finey? Feeny?
Oh, that's great. We haven't actually said the name aloud.
Yeah.
So I think Feeney is good. Feeney Aralam.
Feeny
Uh
Arlen.
yes. He knows that Feeney was with Anabi.
Okay. And He doesn't know about any of. Does he then confirm that the others are all dead?
He confirms that the others are dead. Yes.
Others are all dead. Okay, cool. Interesting. So 4 of us survived. Yeah, 2. Okay, 2 died, 4 of us survived. Nice. That was actually really great odds. Sorry, out of character.
You guys are tough. You were trained for
Yeah,
this.
we were trained for this. We were trained for this. Okay, yeah, so food and everything like that, that's all free, and water and things like that are free and easy, when you're under the Duchess's sort of provide, as well as all the money both Kinham and I both have. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Oh, free and easy is getting a relationship with my brother back. That's
Yeah.
cute.
He's 100% like on board. He has forgiven you for abandoning. You talked about what you did. He realizes you didn't abandon them. You were lost, much like they were lost.
Hmm.
He does tell you though, I do not think Anabi will be forgiving.
Yeah, he says, yeah.
It is best we avoid her.
Raro was sober, so Raro probably agrees, although constipated look on his face because he kind of wants to do these new emotions that he's now working with. They're like, but family.
Aza Starbreaker, shall we see you live day to day? You also have a very good barter. I'm sure this will work out great for you.
Yeah. I +3, so everything is great. I get an 11.
It
So what's
is.
free and what's easy?
What's free and what's easy? You working with your people can batten down the area around the Trident and have security during the upcoming sandstorm. So that's easy. You've got that. All your people pull together. You're used to this. Um, you even have a cook. Thank you for that reminder. You have an excellent cook, a Togruta cook, who is happy to help you.
Togruta, God damn it, Togruta, not Togruta.
It's okay. She's like way down at the bottom. I actually looked at the character keeper earlier today thinking, should I move her up higher? But then I couldn't find a place who she should
There's
replace,
now
and
a
I give
second
up.
Cathar who's also here, who just hanging around with Kinham. Like, it's 2.
There is?
Well,
What?
yeah, Kinham.
Oh, Kinnup. Yeah. There's the Cathar,
There's the second Cathar now there.
cat person. Uh, so you have security. I think that you have a good amount of food and enough water, but not enough to share outside of the people who are collected at the Trident.
That makes sense.
Okay. So now, Asa, do you have any start of session moves?
I do. I have the what's it called? Air to the ground. It's cool, so that's a +2. And I think actually, I was going to use the the place my people from the village had moved to as my thing, but I think that's just going to complicate things.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, I'm
I'll
sorry if I
take
messed that plan up. I'm sorry. That wasn't my
no, no,
intent.
no, no, no. That's fine. That's fine. Um, it's
Oh, crap. I was supposed to ask you to make that move before you live day to day. Sorry. Got my
okay.
sequencing off.
Oh, no problem. Let's do let's do Nima's place. Uh, because she has like the temple or something.
She does.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a 7, which
Ooh.
means um, I choose one from below. Um,
Is there any way I can help Asa with this? The
it's
back.
not going to get better.
Yeah, +1 would just be innate.
But
Assume.
isn't it there an option other than +1? It's just like an additional question.
Oh,
I'm not
roll another die. And yeah, there is additional option. That's true.
Yeah, but I don't think that's useful in
Okay.
here.
Okay.
I think I'll take this. Maybe is gaming it a bit, but it sounds fun. They're facing a serious problem there. Ask the MC what it is.
Word has gotten out in the temple about Rero facing down Nima and Nima having blinked. Several worshippers have been killed as a result, as they have expressed doubts in their goddess. And Nima now has redoubled her efforts to avenge that slight.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Cool. Any other start a session moves
Uh,
for you?
Nothing else that start of session. I do want to get in a use of Inheritor where I ask my forebears for insight, but we will do that. We can do that later.
Yeah, let's do that. The round of started sessions, but let's do that early on because that would be kind of weird to do it after and later. So let's remember Inheritor. I'm writing down.
Cool.
Rero, do you have any start of session moves? I know you have one when you walk into places.
Nope.
Okay. Allen, do you have any start of session? I think yes, you need to roll your sixth sense.
I actually have two.
Oh,
So I have
yay.
the Sixth Sense, and then at the beginning of a session, I do get one more to my Angel kit, which I had actually just brought down to one, because that's what I rolled on the two dice. So that's what I got for stock. So I'm gonna go to a whole stock of two. I think possibly it's someone from Aza's group. Is has brought me some medical supplies, maybe something they didn't sell for all of those guns. Um, and yeah, I think there's a shot of Allin kind of on top of a dune looking out as that sandstorm is in the background. Sixth sense. That's a 7. I think I hold 1. Yep. It doesn't change.
Okay.
Excellent.
What happens on a terrible roll? Oh, it's just a 7. Okay, you get 1. That's right.
Yeah, on a miss, it just makes me paranoid and mistrustful, and I lose HX with someone else.
Wow, that's wicked. But you did not roll. You rolled a 7. Woo lulu. What is woo lulu?
Walalo! It's from Age of Empires. I don't know. It came up in
Okay.
the autocomplete, so I went with it.
And so that does that mean at some point you did put Wooloo before and it auto completed? Okay. Good stuff. Cool. So the other one is just resupply. It's not a roll, correct? Okay. Zola Goal. I think you have beginning. You have bone feel? Feeling bones.
I can't hear you, Jolene.
Yeah, I think you're talking on mute.
My headset was dying, so I had to plug it in. Battery low. Bone feeling away. There's a 12. I feel a
So
lot
many
of
bones.
bones. 1+1.
All right. You got a hold of 1+1. That's
Oh,
amazing.
it's a +1 forward, right?
Yes. At any time, either you or the MC can spend your hold to have you already be there with the proper tools and knowledge, with or without any clear explanation why. Wild. Did you have any other start of session?
Nope. Got rid of that garbage.
Moz, I know you have at least wealth. Do you have any others?
I do. I have two. So wealth says it's the standard move for a holding or venue at the beginning of the session. If your holding or venue is secure and stable, I don't think it is, but this being the last session, I'd like to roll wealth to see what happened to the venue. That make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I want you to have this venue. I think it would be cool if you have your venue for the last
Oh.
session.
Huh.
Maybe
Okay.
it's at the Trident that it limped
S-
along.
okay. So let me roll and see. That is a 9 and a 9. Okay, that makes sense. In my mind, what I was thinking is if I rolled a miss, then bandits took it, like they scavenged it. If I
Hmm.
rolled above a 10, my thought was, okay, what's going to happen is I've sold it and I have some jingle. But with an in between, I think it's still limping along, not completely repaired, but it's at the Trident. Um, it has all of its surpluses, but it has one want, and my want then is going to be um the existing ones are shifting patronage and disaster. I think it'll be no patronage. No one wants to touch me.
That's wicked, but feels legit.
And if I
People don't want to
recall,
piss off. They don't want to piss off Nima.
right, right. Um, my other start of session move is Lawmaker, which is ears to the wall at the beginning of the session roll, and during the session, spend hold to name a person who's visiting your holding or living in and ask what they're up to. So that is plus sharp, I believe. So let me roll that. That is a 10,
Dang.
which gets me hold 3. Okay.
Interesting. Cool. I have a couple of things. One of them is inheritor. The other is someone approaching Maz, a person within Maz's crew, team, folks. Um, but who do we start with? Let's gonna roll a die. 1, 2, 3 is inheritors. 4, 5, 6 is the Maz. Okay, Maz. Some time has passed. People are still preparing for the sandstorm, what a sandstorm even would be, but a sand storm. And it's nighttime when this scene happens. Yalsa comes. Where on the crate's bait are you when Yalsa approaches you?
You said it's late?
It's late. It's like
Yeah.
the third day in a row where not one person outside of the Trident and the people who came with you ate at
Yeah.
the crate's bait.
So I think I'm working on that leg that was broken down. The hydraulic fluid is all messed up, and I'm, doing maintenance on it, trying to get everything up and going again. So I'm outside. I've been at this for hours. I should have stopped a while back, but I haven't yet.
Uh, Yelsa approaches. You can smell bread. She has a small cloth around a piece of bread that she has baked with the help of your Takruta cook. So she says, Rana Te, help me make this for you. Maz, you need to stop. You're going to wear yourself out and get sick.
Well, if I don't do it, it doesn't get done. And I think two of his, uh, two of his hands kind of take a cloth and kind of smear some of the dirt and sand grit around, and then reach out for the bread. And he'll start tearing off pieces and munching on it while he continues to work a little bit. And he says, "Things aren't going well for us. Y'all saw. Um, I'm not sure how long you want to be around me because it might be dangerous."
Yeah, I know. Maz, she pulls out a small disc. Uh, it's like a holo projector communication device. Uh, I owed I owed a favor to somebody and they called on it. Um, Ungar Plutt wants to talk to you alone. And she hands you the little holo projector disc.
Um, and Moss takes it and says, you know, "No hard feelings. I understand. Um, I would appreciate it if you decide to leave to say goodbye first. I'd also appreciate it if you decide to try to take the um uh to confront me and get the bounty yourself, that you do it face to face."
I No, I would never.
Okay.
I would never.
No hard feelings, I understand. And he takes that cloth and he kind of wipes his face a little bit, and he goes around probably to a area of I guess he goes inside the Great's Bait, where it's going to be more sheltered, and flicks on the holo projector.
Yeah, and I think it's a little alcove type area that Pleeks used to call home that sits empty
Mm,
now to the blue light of the holo projector. And then you see Unkar Plutt, the Krolulite, Krolut, appear. Maz,
okay.
I call upon the marker you owe me.
Yes.
Nima, she wants the Cathar.
Yes.
If you bring Rero to Nima Outpost, I release you of what you owe me.
Sounds good. We will see how that works. Um, Now you understand it's not safe for me to arrive on Nima Outpost. Um, can we meet someplace where, you know, the bounty hunters might not be swarming all over me? I mean, we wouldn't want the prize to be taken before you get credit for it.
Hmm. You are reasoning with him.
Ooh,
Let us see you roll plus cool to reason with someone.
okay. That is a 6. That is a 6.
I'm sorry, Moz. I do not have pull with the Bounty Guild. I call upon the marker regardless, and if you are an honorable man, you will do the needful. Make it so. Bring Raro to Nima Outpost, and you are cleared of your debt.
I will be in contact with a time and a place, a location.
Hmm. The sandstorms are coming. Be quick. The bounty hunters know where you are. I did not tell them.
Okay.
And then the little hollow projector like starts to fritz and sparks, and then a little bit of smoke comes up from it.
I'm gonna
So it
go
could
look
probably fix it.
for
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go look for Raro.
Cool. Let's let's put a pause on that because we've got Inheritor next, but I think that's queued up to be our next scene. And if Zola or Olin want to eavesdrop on the scene, that would be great. But we are doing Inheritors because is this our first time you've engaged it, or did we do it
Yeah,
before?
this
Awesome.
is the first time. Um,
How do you communicate with? Is this the first time? Is this a thing that we just haven't seen on screen? What does this look like?
I think we have like a radio set up, but you can't always get in contact because they're living. There's like mountains in between and that sort of thing. So it has to be the right conditions. So we can't talk to them all the time, but sometimes you can get through. Um, that's how I'm reading it.
Into it.
Um, so yeah, we so this works as insight, which is you go to your advisors for insight, ask them what they think your best course is, and the MC will tell you. If you pursue that course, take +1 to any rolls you make in the pursuit. If you pursue that course but don't accomplish your ends, you get 1 XP. So yeah, I'm talking to them like, what should I do? Should I stay here? Should we stay here and try to fight it out with Nima? Should we try to run away? Should we try to get the ship up and going and leave Jakku? What do they think we should do?
That's nice. That's nice. I like it. Do you imagine this is like audio only over comms,
I
staticky
think
radio?
there's like a very flickery hologram sort of
Oh,
thing.
nice. Okay, I like that.
Uh, yeah.
Nice. And I think that the hollow cam or the cam on their side, there's the little campfire light, and you see three of the elders seated, not unlike the Norns. Uh, and they flicker in and out. They are ghostly images. And of them, I think the eldest woman among them, we'll call her Kara. Kara says, Asa, many troubles have come. You have tried your best to help the young ones of our village. You should know that an ancient evil has awoken.
Yes, I've seen it.
It is a return of the blight that destroyed and broken Jakku. Many generations passed. The great worm has returned. Have you heard of this?
Yes, that's what I saw. I thought the worm was the evil.
The worm. The worm is under the command of the evil. A dark presence who broke the world for her own selfish needs. She'll break the world again. We have never recovered. You should leave. Take with you who you can, so that our people can live on in the stars. He's a starbreaker. You are destined for more than Jakku.
Are you sure? This is our home.
Our people are our home. This is only a place.
If you think this is best, then I'm not sure how many of the others will want to leave, but I will talk to them.
You tell them Kara said so.
I will. I will. Of course. I'm sure they listen.
Hey, listen. New Republic has brought us only ruin and awoken great evil. Be careful, and may the Force guide you.
Thank you, and I hope I will see you again beyond the sun.
Ooh, I love that. It's a great last words. Love it. So, Maz, you wanted to talk to Rero?
That's right.
Rero, you've probably spent a lot of time with Kinnem, catching up, reconnecting, but for some reason you are alone when Maz approaches. Why is that?
I think Rero has been debating the conversation from before with Jakara and Kinnem and like the two options, and he's trying to figure out how to make it into one option. Because it's either take the trident. So theoretically, it's either take the trident with Kinnem and Zola and maybe Mira. And then there's also, or there's, go on the Duchess's ship with Jakara and Evron and maybe also Zola and Mira. And he's trying to figure out how to convince Kinnem that they should go on the Duchess's ship without, while also trying to reconcile like he's having a big think. That's why he's having a big think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. So Rero, is it like sun setting, Rero
He's
staring off?
he's laying on top of Zola Goyle's car. Uh oh no, do you not have the car anymore? No. Oh, it was his favorite. It was his
Lost to the sand.
He's lost to the sand. So
Well,
he's
Aza's got a speeder truck.
yeah, he's on the speeder truck now. He's on like the front hood of the speeder truck, laying out, getting the sun rays, lamenting that it's not her old car because that was better. Uh, and sort of thinking, um, yeah, just thinking about these things, and also about if Kinnem is right. Like, do my mercenary contracts make me owned? I thought this was freedom, but is it not? If it was under my conditions, and so he's having big thoughts, which is not something he's used to. And that is where he will be found, or well perceived, and he will know you're there most likely, because sneaking up on Rero is not easy. So I imagine, Stephen, if you don't mind me starting off the scene, I think you're coming to go up, and you see that tail kind of just start click, 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 and the eyes immediately latch onto the corner where you are, uh, Maz.
Roro. Um, they're coming for us. Um,
That is an ambiguous use of the word there without having said someone's name or a group of people beforehand.
well, if you want to quibble over words, we can,
Okay.
but different people are coming for you, and different people are coming for me. Um, they did not say as much, but markers were called in.
Who called
Um,
in?
I'm sorry?
Who called in the marker?
Oh. People I know. I'm not sure how important that is.
Now you're the one
Um,
who wants to quibble with words by not being honest with me.
oh, this isn't honesty. I honestly don't think it matters. It is Unkar Plutt, who is a small dealer in things. I owe him, and he is not. It was not Nima. It was not a bounty hunter. It was not,
Hmm.
any of the big movers and shakers. It was minor. Um, but the interest shows that they are coming soon, and we no longer have the time to plan and hope to make things work out. Um, so
I,
we need to move quickly.
hmm,
There is a sandstorm coming.
yes.
Um, I am not. I am. I am good at telling what people do and knowing what people are going to do without necessarily being told. Um, I'm good at reading people. Not so good at fighting or um assassination like you are.
Mhm.
But from my perspective, I would like to see these things made into opportunities for us. Um, my marker that was called in was to take you to Nima Outpost. Um,
Funny. I
and
was also planning to go to Nima Outpost.
and I think this sandstorm that's coming in adds pressure and can help us with this. Um,
Great.
but I will need your help to see how to move forward. Do we have each other's back?
I believe in this situation we are better allied than not.
So you have taken bounties before in the past.
Hmm.
Why wouldn't you have turned me in so far?
And he pauses and he's like, yeah, why haven't I turned you in? I guess I am not of need of the coin. And your not being turned in is better for me. It is not a job I wish to take. I am not beholden to just follow all contracts. I pick what contracts and what bounties I decide that I do. And as he says, I think he kind of leaps off the hood of the car and gets kind of not actually in your face, but now he's standing and facing you.
So I'd like to make a move here.
Mm-hmm.
This is from the advanced move playbook called Open Up to Someone,
Oh,
Ooh.
which
yeah.
is we have some time and quiet or safety. We decide together what we talk about, which we've been doing, and we make a roll, and then we ask questions. I think there's a link in the Discord for
I've got him
uh
pulled up. Let me pull.
fantastic.
I
So let
will
me
post that
let
in
me
here.
roll that. We'll see how many questions um we get.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 7. So we only get one question.
Well,
I ask,
let me help you.
okay. Do you want to help or hinder?
Yeah, I want to help. I want to back someone's play here.
Okay.
That's just a straight roll, right?
It is
It's with
HX roll.
HX.
Oh,
Yeah.
HX. And what do you know? I think I have let's see, a 1. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Yikes. Nope. 4. Nope.
Oh,
Oh my.
Miss the instant to
okay.
choose a benefit with you anyway, but be prepared for the worst.
Yeah.
So, do you want to do something, Rich, before we complete the?
It'll happen after. Talk
Okay.
away. I've got my idea.
Okay. Um, so I think the question for you, Roro, is that I'm going to ask you is what is your vision for life and survival over the next months and years, and how do you plan to pursue it?
So am I answering this in character or is this out of character?
It isn't. It's your option.
Okay. I think Herrero takes another step back, so he's and leans against the back of the hood of this truck and says, "If I truly think about it, I see myself with Kinum, with Zola, with Mira. Perhaps Jakera is there, uh, Rana, and we are moving throughout space. We have options and availability. I think we start on the Duchess's ship. I think it's better than, and his eyes kind of look towards where the trident is. I think it's a better option and a better start. And from there, and we kind of get like this like a misty-eyed like view in like in his eyes, and we kind of just see like the galaxy and different spaces and planets and like things like bars and just like this group of people just together collecting bounties, performing murders, but also like drinking chiss wine and getting warm. And maybe there's like a couple moments of kisses and things like that, but the faces are blurry. So who's kissing him? Um, and yeah, Rero wants to kind of go live a soldier's life, I guess, with this group of people.
And I think Maz leans forward and says, you know,
Free-
I see your hope for the future. Can you trust all of those people?
Ooh.
And then I think you get a question for me.
Yes. Can you? Oh, so is that just a follow-up question? I just get to play around with in my brain.
Oh, that was just me
Okay.
responding. Yeah.
Wait, have we? Do you guys have both questions, or is there? I'm
We each
sorry.
ask a
No,
question.
yeah.
They
Oh,
ask
So
both.
one.
Okay.
Now I get to ask a question.
Okay,
there,
that's where I was. Okay.
yeah, there's like 8 questions, so it takes a little while to figure out which one
Sorry,
is
sorry,
good.
sorry. I'm
Yeah.
actually I'm trying to drop that into our moves thing so folks have access to it.
The last one is essentially ask any other
Yeah, which is
question.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking, which is where my brain is percolating right now about thinking of my own question and how I want to phrase it essentially. Um, which I think sort of is um you bring up trust, Moz, and that's an interesting venture there. Uh, why are you choosing to trust me with this information that Unkar Plot has given to you instead of just trying to hand me over?
We have been here at this location for days, and you have had plenty of opportunity. I know I don't trust Unkar Plutt. So if I just turned you over, let's say, for example, I could incapacitate you, and I could get
He
you
laughs.
to,
Beryl
yeah,
laughs.
yeah,
That needs to be put out there. You
yeah,
say that, he laughs.
and I could get you to Nima Outpost. Would I trust Unkar Plutt to keep his word? That doesn't sound very likely. Um, so trust is built about by mutual need, and you have shown trustworthiness. Um, so I think that my best lot, just to be very clear, my best lot is with the people here. And if I can help forward your track, I am not wanted by Nima, but I know that you have issues with them. So if I can help with that, then it forwards my case as well. That's why you can trust me.
Very good. Yeah, I think Rero nods and he says, "We are going to go to war. I have amassed positions and people, and I'd like to count you among them."
Um, okay, so I'm not going to be, and Maz says, as I said before, I'm not a good fighter, but I have other skills.
There are
Um,
many positions in a war that aren't just a blade.
that makes sense. I guess what I'm suggesting here is that we make that movement now.
I
And this appears to be that I am turning you over, and you can be present with me. I think that my walker will make it back to Nema Outpost. You can be present in the walker with me if that's the best strategic location, or you could be someplace else as long as we both arrive at Nema Outpost. I've fulfilled what my need is,
exactly.
but I also suggest that of course, the crate's bait will be a distraction. That's where they will be focused on. And this incoming sandstorm will also be tension that they will want to avoid. So if we can manipulate things correctly, you can take your war and start it on your terms.
I think that sounds like a beautiful formulation of a plan. I would like to. Well, eventually I'm going to wage war, but I will let us hold off on that until some other scenes. Uh, but for right now, I want to. I guess the situation has to be happening for me to read a situation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to hold off on that. Um.
Wait, hold on. Are you done with the conversation with Moz? Because I've got this thing that I've been
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
politely
yeah.
and
No, yeah.
patiently
Politely,
waiting.
yeah. I think yeah. Barrow's like, yes, this sounds good.
Awesome. Do you have your conversation with Moz? You guys talk about it, but Moz kind of restored perhaps some honor in your eyes. Perhaps, I don't know. I want to tell you what your view of honor is. You at some point, the conversation has ended. You head off to the small. I don't imagine Kinham is the well, don't imagine. I'm declaring it.
Hmm.
Kinham does not want to sleep in the Trident.
Yeah.
Kinham has spent too many nights in metal boxes.
Aw.
Kinham has a cool little tent that he
Yeah.
set up.
I
You,
probably attached
you are,
my tent to it,
yeah,
so he probably.
you're absolutely welcome. So you head
Yeah.
back to the adjoined tents that the two of you have. And as you approach, he's slightly away. Like he's Kinham's that kind of cat, right? That just like a little bit of a lonerish type thing. And as you approach, you see that he is at the speeder bike, his cool speeder bike.
Mm.
And the first thing that you notice as you approach is that he's wearing his bounty hunter armor and his
Ooh.
helmet is on.
Yeah, the Crixistain outfit.
Yes, his Crixistain gear. And as you come up, he throws a leg over the speeder bike, starts it up. And that's when you see that he has slung over the back uh, a certain Togruta girl who is obviously unconscious.
Rana. Kinham.
His voice comes out with that metallic rasp
Yeah.
because he has the helmet on. It's the only way.
Wait, what is the only way? What are you doing?
Nima will take this and leave you be.
No. No, she won't. Just oh
Have
fucking
you
god damn it, no. Can I like wait, 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 wait,
There's an
wait.
interrupt move, isn't there?
Yeah.
If this is an interruptible event,
flying away on a speeder bike?
I also have something. So physically I am not backed into a corner, but I feel like this is perhaps against the odds.
Like,
With
what is
you,
it? Do you want to try something challenging here, or what are we doing? What
so
do you
it says
want to do? He's going to
I,
try. His plan is fly away, not hurt you, but fly away and turn over Rana
which
to.
my plan is to stop him.
Okay,
So in against the odds, it's when you're backed into a corner. So it's when you're in a essentially you're in a tough situation and you're trying to make it work in your favor.
you do have that move. Right? Let's see. Where
Yeah,
is it?
it's a move I have chosen and added.
Oh, it's down in the other moves. There we
Yeah,
go.
sorry, it's in other
Okay.
moves. It's something I added.
Yeah, no, you no need to apologize. I just wanted to glance at it real quick. Sure. So roll plus aggro as he's dead set. He's made his decision. He's made his DMC's hard move. And here we go. So roll plus aggro. I hope you roll as well as backing Moz.
I
Oh,
do.
on a miss.
Sorry, you're good in
Sorry,
corner.
you're good and cornered. So I think you leap forward uh, and you jump onto like you anticipated it, right? But it's
Yeah.
faster than you could get away. And I think you grab onto a piece of Rana's clothing and it for a
Tears.
moment you think, oh, well, hang on, and it rips, and all you're left with
And he
is
just
just a
tumbles
piece of
into
her
the dirt.
cloak. Yeah. And
And he ends up like splayed out cat.
you see the like amber color of the engines as he zips away off into, and then the wind sweeps, and you see that there is
Carking.
sand.
Cark is the only word I remember that Greg says when things
It's
get
a good
bad.
one.
Carking. Cark. Yeah, he speeds away. Nerero just takes a deep breath, puts his like head against the fucking dirt. Because this is bad, because this fucks up his entire plan.
Cool. Allen, Zola, who of you comes upon Nero in his moment of sadness? Stir, stir.
I think it should be Alan.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
You just hear like carking, insert. There's a curse word thing.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of curse words on the names, species, and gear.
Yeah,
There's some
carking,
pretty good ones.
criffing, sparkled, drop, slimo, sheebs,
Well,
dank Farrick.
Thanks, Barracks. I love that one.
what happened, Roro?
The head turns. Like it's not like so he hasn't lifted his head, it's just turned on like the side in the dirt. Um my brother is being foolish and not trusting me. He has taken Rana as Crixus to bring to Nima. We
Our
are going
cook?
to have to go to war sooner. What?
Our cook.
Well, yes, the cook who was originally a sec what do they call it? Like a slave, but is there a particular type of slave? Like a pleasure
Oh, the
slave.
thrall. Yes.
A thrall,
Oh, yes.
that I took contractor to save, to which she then became my cook,
Yes, I remember.
which embarrassed Nima or whatever haughty Nima things. And now Kinum, in his infinite wisdom, has thought that will fix things and has left Crixus with Togruta on the back of his bike.
And Nemo.
Oh no, Greg froze.
Oh,
And Nima.
dang it, internet keeps on freezing.
Oh wait, we hear you. Your picture's frozen, but we hear
Stupid
you.
internet keeps on freezing. Hold on.
Internet.
You're
I'm
back.
gonna close some tabs. All right.
I heard and Nima.
And Nemo wants you dead.
And Nima wants me dead. And something tells me that just getting back her to Gruta will not satisfy her. And now she has Kinum.
It won't. What do you plan to do?
We are going to go to war faster than I intended.
I fear I'm out of supplies to help anybody as a medic.
And I feel you watch and Rero just grabs a big ass bag of jingle, fucking drops it in your hand.
Uh,
Get it. You and Mira will be on that.
I'd rather have your blaster.
Truly.
Yes.
I want to read someone.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this, Doc? Smooth, 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 smooth. Read a person is sharp. And I have advanced moves, so let me just see what the sharp. Read the forces in play. Nah, person makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Am I a force in play?
What is my sharp? My sharp is 1. Nine. So when you read someone, on a 9, I get to ask 2. Okay. Are you telling the truth? And how can I tell?
I am telling the truth. Um, Olin is he's prepared to fight in the way that somebody who really hasn't fought that much before does. Like he's got his blast vest on, but it's not like tightened against him so that it doesn't snag on something. Like he's got his boots on, but they're not tied correctly. He's ready for battle, but he's not super experienced in it.
How could, and let me know, Rich, if this is an unfair question. Um, how could I get you to do what is most advantageous for our war, and how can I tell?
What do you think is most advantageous for
I
this?
don't know, which is partially why I was like,
Oh,
I don't know. So that's why I was
Yeah.
like, Rich.
I mean, are you asking me how can you get me to back down and be the medic instead?
Well, do we think that that's what you'll do better in? I don't know. Where's your
Is that
stats?
what Raro thinks I'll do better in?
Actually, you have fucking 3
Oh,
attacks.
I'm a badass,
Yeah,
but
you're a badass. So I'm gonna change that because I think that was perhaps an
He's
unfair.
raw,
Raw.
but he's got
Um,
potential.
yeah. So yeah, what are you feeling, and how can I tell?
I Alden is feeling for the first time um completely untethered from like his whole life has been going in one direction and
Mm-hmm.
now it's the whole thing has changed and you can tell because you know that feeling too.
Yeah, and I
You
think
had that when you lost your kitmates.
yeah, when he had left and he was had a moment of that nothingness just in the deserts of Jakku, and I think Rero steps in like right into your personal space and reaches towards you, and maybe there's like a oh what's he gonna do, and he tightens it so your thing is not loose anymore and will not snag, and says, then you can have a blaster and perhaps some other things. Use the jingle to buy those. But also make sure that Mira has the medical supplies. But know this, and a clawed finger kind of picks up and lifts your chin. You still have things to live for and to do. You are not, if you go into the battlefield feeling as listless as I've seen in your eyes, you're of less use than you can be, and I need you to be of use to me. You owe Mira and everyone else at least that. After all, you are a Trazic. That's supposed to mean something.
Okay. I like that. We can cut there.
Yeah, I think that's it.
What's Zola doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, Zoe?
What's Zola up to?
Hey,
think
Zola, go where you
Zo
at?
Zola's like, in the Trident Vespa thing. Is that what it's called? I forget. The ship. She's communing with her her little thing, her
The
holocron.
holocron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And want to use the insight move. Hey, what's my best course? Hey, there's a lot going on. Agreed to war with Nima. I may or may not have eavesdropped on what Aja was talking about. I'm all pro eavesdropping.
Hmm. That's a brain picker thing. You guys, you drop some eaves from time to
hmm
time.
hmm And I'm like, hey, y'all, what do y'all think we should be doing around here?
Is there a
We're
role
in
to
this together,
insight?
y'all. No, it just says
Just ask.
ask the GM, and the MC will tell you if you pursue that course, take +1 to any rolls you make in the pursuit. If you pursue that course but don't accomplish your ends, gain 1 XP. I guess it's like a +1 on go.
Yeah, it is. It's very powerful.
Well, that's what the holocron babble does for
Yeah,
me. But also, like, it's evil, so.
it that's a true point. So I don't think that Darth Nahiriax through the holocron speaks directly to you, but shows you visions of the future. The first vision that you see is the trident. Um, the trident constantly delayed as you make room for more and more of Maz's crew, Raro's Cathari kitmates, Allen's squad, Aza's people. And as each moment ticks by, the New Republic have more time to respond, and they arrive in force. And you see the vision of X-Wings chasing the Trident and everyone dying in space. And then there's the vision of Zola Gol aboard the Trident and who she truly needs, leaving, leaving some behind, leaving them to fate. And Zola Gol flying to another place before the New Republic arrive. So you'll get a +1 if you dip on these mofos, because that's what Darth Nahiriax wants,
Hmm.
is for you to survive and to move to another planet that is not sucked dry.
Reckon it that's rough. Huh. All right. Well, I can't. All right. I'll take that into consideration
Mhm,
as
mhm.
she heads out to like catch some fresh air, I guess. I mean, like how so I mean, because we're in the last session. How close is the ship to being done?
I think you head out for some fresh air and Bones comes up to you. Ma'am, the ship is ready.
Hmm. Hmm.
What are your orders?
Don't tell anyone else. I need to do some final checkup, final diagnostic test myself. Give it the old once over.
Roger, Roger. And then he turns and stiffly walks back to the trident, leaving you alone with your thoughts. I think this is where we will take our mid-game break.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are back. I am curious, Asa, after receiving your insight, Zola also received insight. So much insight. It's a very insightful game, really, I think. But Asa, um, maybe you see the speeder bike take off into the night. What are you doing?
Ooh. Well, I think I hmm. What's the situation with the Trident? Is it like close to being space
Sure seems
worthy?
like it.
Or
Yeah. No,
yeah,
it's going pretty well. Going pretty well.
I mean, do you want to update from Zola? Is that what
yeah. Let's
Oh,
do that.
cool. All right, so let's just
Yeah.
jump forward to that. Zola, after Bones leaves you, Asa comes forward. Asa, you pass uh the blood red droid known as Bones, who is just whistling. Back to work, Roger, Roger. And there's Zola Goal.
Hey Zola, where are we with the ship?
We're getting pretty close. You know, I just need to like fine tune a few things. I mean, we don't want to like, you know, stalling out, especially when we're trying to sell it off.
Yeah, but we also don't want to get shut up by Nima and her goons. So I'm thinking maybe, yeah, just make sure that you work on the necessary things first, and leave the fancy stuff for later.
All right. What do you think? What do you define as necessary things, knowing that there may or may not be a war with Nima coming?
Engines, navigation, life support.
Right. So I guess what follow-up question? What do you think what's the plan with the whole Nima of it all?
I don't know. I have to talk to my people and settle on that. But I
Because I mean, if we worked like if we work overtime, we could probably get the weapons up and ready. We could just use this in the war.
I prefer not to fight a war if I don't have to.
Yeah, well, sometimes we don't have that choice now, do we?
Yeah, but like I said, engines, navigation, life support. If when that's done, work on the guns by all means. But it's not it's not what we do first. We can fight if we can fight if we can't run, but running is better.
All right, I'll take that under advisement.
No, I'm not advising you. I'm telling you what the job is.
Got it locked and loaded.
Excellent.
Advisement taken.
You could destroy her with a thought, Zola Goal. You hear in your mind.
Was there anything else, or
I mean, you're the one that came to me. Is
yeah,
there anything else?
you have this look, but sure, I'll let you get to it.
All right then.
Yeah. Um, I think I need to talk this out with my people, but I don't think we need to make that into a whole scene. Um, Rich, what do you think? Do we just put it to a
Sure. But,
roll?
well, short version, Draft thinks, let's just take the ship. Let's just take the ship. We don't have to kill anyone. This is yours. We found it.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we all survive when we go. We don't want to leave in a ship that's going to break down halfway out of the system.
Barris says, we can pay for repairs.
We can't pay for repairs if we're dead. We need the life support to work. We need the engines to work.
I think it's pretty good shape.
Well, Zola says she still has some work to do, and I trust her on that.
Urus Quicks puts a finger in your face. I don't trust her. She's an off-worlder. She's going to rob us blind.
She's getting paid to do a job. She's been loyal so far. There's no reason not to trust her on this.
Hmm.
If you don't trust her, then go help her work.
I will. I'll do that. Takes off. So, Rero, you're helping out Allin, giving up all that hard-earned barter, jingle, flowing like sand through your
Yeah,
fingers. Moz
this is what it's
has
for.
the big crates bait up there. What do you guys want to do next? What's the plan? There's been some talk about waging war. There's been some not talk about leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Rero has 3.5 bases he wants to touch, which is sort of like Aza, Zola, and Jakara, which is like the Duchess support, and just be like, hey, yeah, we're gonna go to war and we're gonna probably do it soon. You ready? You ready? Let's go.
Nice.
I figured Maz dropping off Rero was going to be the like it's probably a trap, but we're also going to make it a trap.
Exactly.
That's right. Um, I'm also kind of hoping that with the Trident working, the Trident is like a badass, you know, ship. So I'm hoping that at some point it can just tear through whatever's needed. It's the backup.
Well, it currently doesn't have any weapons working, so
They've got to be
Or
working
does
now.
it?
maybe the tentacles, those could still be useful.
Okay. So then the plan is to take Rero to Unkar Plut. Is that the next?
Well, I think it's straight to it's Nima Outpost, but I guess I just want to confirm, if we need a scene or not, or if we can just say the conversation happened that Rero talked to Aza, Zola, and Jakara and
That,
was like,
that sounds like a great conversation to happen.
yeah, okay. So I think he has put out a call and been like, hey, Aza, Zola, Jakara, meet me um here or at Maz's because Maz has a thing. Meet me inside Maz's thing.
Nice. I love it. In the crates bait with tables bolted down and the smell of fresh bread. Oh man, bread from earlier today.
Hmm.
Hey Maz, who is it that told you that they can't find your cook? They can't find Ronate.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I think it was Lama Saw, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, y'all saw, excuse me. Y'all
I knew
saw.
who you meant.
And
Yeah.
yeah. And I think I'm like whenever she tells me that, I'm like, I expect there will be more people who end up leaving because this is not a good situation to be in. Not that I'm encouraging you to leave, but maybe you should leave.
Oh,
I think she gives you a hug.
Are you staying?
Yes.
Then I hand her I get a weapon like a pistol or something like that and put it in her hand and say, you better know how to use this. And then I head back up to the, office.
She checks it, does like a practice check to make sure it's in good shape and then makes it disappear. Yeah, so what is it, Moz, that you serve as is it everybody meeting? I think it would be cool if it were an everybody
yeah, it can
meeting.
be everyone. Yeah, it can be everyone. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So I think to everyone, I serve what I can. Mostly it's the fresh baked bread. Um, but specifically for Roro, since she didn't care for a lot of the stuff that we had, Roro gets the milk-based, um,
Mushroom cream thing.
yes.
Yay.
If this is going to be our last meal, then
It should be something you like, yeah. I've brought you all here today for a very important reason. Okay, let's see if I can actually get the video to work again because this feels like a video moment. Uh, try and keep that internet be chill. Um, I believe you are all aware of why I've brought you all in. We have a common enemy that has made a nuisance of herself that cannot be ignored. As much as I prefer for a job to be done, we have a opportunity that is happening right now. There are two situations that will catch Nima off guard and give us the better opportunity. The first is Maz, under the guidance of Unkar Plot, will pretend to hand me over. And the second is that Kinum has been reckless and is bringing Rana back as if to attempt a peace offering under the guise of Crixus Ting. So those two things can hopefully set off or give us enough time to have left Nima unstable along with the sandstorm. And I believe now is the time for movement. And he like unfurls like a map of like Nima the Hutt's territory that he has tacticianed out. And he's like, Aza, I have plans for you and your people. Zola, you and maybe your worm, but just you in general, Zola. Mira, and he looks towards Mira. We've gotten fresh supplies and things like that. Olin. Maz will be utilizing, and he like pushed around him. And Jakara, your specific task, to start at least, will be to, if Kinum has been a fool and gotten himself contained, is to unleash Kinum. And then the three of us will act as a sharpshooter team or the wedging for Nima while others deal with, we will have well, or if you like Jakara, I leave that up to you, Jakara. I understand you may not want directly to have Nima's blood on your hands. Instead, if you would like the New Republic, you could kill their leader. And I believe they are aligned.
Sorry, Raro, and I'm sure this is a great plan, but we're not planning to fight if we don't have to.
We have to.
No, we don't. The ship is almost ready. We can just leave.
We cannot leave without Kinum.
Is this true, Zola? The ship is almost ready.
Yeah, it's in the last legs of being ready for some tests.
will it be ready today? Because this
Well,
happens to
I
happen
mean,
right
at the
away.
yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Um, Asa,
But we could just leave then if we get that up and running.
if we leave, There will be people who come after us. Nima, Unkar Plutt, the New Republic, all of these people have long reach.
I mean, Ankar Plot, he's local. He's here. He's on Jakku. If we leave Jakku, he's not going to come after us somewhere else. He
The
can
Huts
barely go
will.
to the other side of the Jew.
The New Republic will.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they're no greater threat somewhere else than they are here. And if we leave, then that's at least some heat off of us.
yeah, not for nothing. I don't have beef with most of these people. Like I can leave.
Zola, and I think Rero turns to you and he says, and he looks a little uncomfortable. And like it's like he's trying to get him. You are my friend, and I would like you in this moment to work with me, and I would like to draw a line and extend trust. To draw a line, extend trust. Oh, is it only for NPCs? God dang it. It's such a great move. I think it might be. Oh, yeah, it's for NPCs. Wah, wah, wah.
You're doing it without mechanical heft. That's totally
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So, I need you in this
Wait,
moment.
me? Why me? Yeah, y'all seen me in fights before. I'm not good at it.
You have been the one person that I have found that I could trust and rely on in my entire time here. And that is something that I've learned recently as I have started to understand emotions. As you taught me to tap my foot, and he looks to the bowl of cream, enjoy meals that I feel is important. And I know you may not be the best in a fight, but mechanically, you could do great sabotage work within their forces and things like that. And also, there is the possibility of that work.
Pyro, again,
Oh,
with all due respect, you've been great at helping us keeping this place safe from the locals, but it's also you are the reason that Nima is coming after us.
And are you saying that I'm the reason that the New Republic is coming after us?
I think we all had some run-ins with the New Republic.
I've had no run-ins with the New Republic.
Um, I think it would be best if it looked like we weren't around anymore. We can't destroy the New Republic. That'd be like saying we're going to fight the wind. But if it appears that we're not alive, then it means that the New Republic and the Hutts won't come after us. And then we're
Well,
free to move on. And that is exactly what I'd like to do, Asa.
I'm not
if
going
you
anywhere.
can if you can get a dozen corpses, including someone with 4 arms and someone with green skin and someone with fur, sure, we can make that happen. But otherwise, I don't see how we do that.
I think there's a great way to do that. We wage war against Nima, and in the wreckage and the rubble, not all bodies can be recovered.
If we wage war against Nima, then it's very likely that some of those bodies will be there, will be real. People will die on our side. I'm not going to send my people out to fight when we don't have to. If you want to save your kitmate and your friend, best of luck to you. I will happily get you weapons and whatever you need, but I'm not going to ask my people to fight that fight when we don't need to.
I think I'd like to try to reason with someone. I know it's a little hard with the PC to PC stuff, but are we comfortable with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Reason with someone is built for a PC.
Yeah. A 7. And if anyone wants to help me with that.
So I think I'll back that up. Um, and let me see what I can do. So that is with, to what my HX is with you. Got a 3.
Nice.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh my, a 3.
That's only a 7.
Only a 7 with a 3 HX. But still, I think what I will say then is with backing someone's play, you can roll. So you get to roll a die and add it to either replace the 3 or the 5 that Rero rolled.
Um,
Or sorry, 1 or a 5, sorry.
I'd like to describe what my help looked like.
Yes, please do. Please, I should have asked that.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's
Also,
fine.
what will it cost them? Because that's what the MC is supposed to ask.
Oh yeah, right. Well, thank you for reminding me that thing.
I'm like, that's important.
That helps quite a bit. I think one of my crew, um, what we see is during our meeting, we see that one of my crew is kind of, what's the right word? Eavesdropping. And then a bounty hunter breaks in and we're able to fend them off. But we know that one of my crew, was helping bounty hunters find us. And it shows that Raro's position of we need to defend ourselves and violence is coming to us. We don't have much of a choice to leave. And let me figure out who on the crew that would be. I think Baba Joe's still around, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, I think it was Baba Joe. So, and he was the one who kind of helped direct, the bounty hunter and everything. And we see, I think
So
I'm
he
gonna,
ratted you out again after trying to snipe somebody?
was he the one who was the sniper?
He was.
Okay. Then let's say it's one of Noctic's crew. One of the Jawas.
Okay.
And what we see is, the bounty hunter comes in and Raro takes care of them. But one of the Jawas takes off into the night.
I like that. That's what it costs you. Is you realize that the Jawa cannot be fully trusted.
All right. Then you decide whether to proceed. I feel like you're probably proceeding.
Right. So I think it's Roro needs to roll a d6.
So I guess I got a quick question because there is the pot because you and the MC get to decide which option from the 7 do you want the D6? Because there's also the choose +1 option, which is pretty cool in this with
That's
the
fair. That's
convince
fair.
someone thing. Because it's
Uh,
normally an or, so you can make it both options of
No, I don't. Does that work with reason with someone?
if they seem reasonable about refusing, ask for the counter proposal or ask what you would have them do to convince them and decide whether you're for yourself, whether and how to pursue it. The or would become an end if you got the +1 option, right?
Yeah, it's already pretty tricky dealing PC to PC and not
Yeah.
take away narrative authority.
Yeah, like this gives Aja the chance to tell him like, all right, this is what you would need to do to convince me if that option was chosen, or that also or a counter proposal. Like, the options are still presented to the player versus like, yeah.
Just the possibility of the 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that if you're okay with that.
I'm just like providing the options.
No, I appreciate that. I think it's a good option. How do you feel about that, Undead?
Yeah, I'm a little curious here about the 10 plus result versus the 7 to 9, because on 10 plus, it's either go along with it or just refuse. on a 7 to 9, it feels like
Violently for a few
the
years.
refusal isn't there anymore. It's like I'm not sure about what the or
It's
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
see your
little
point.
fuzzy as a move, honestly. I feel like previous Apocalypse World uh convince someone was clearer and easier to understand.
Okay, so what are you most comfortable with as a player, with us doing?
I'm fine with either, but it's like from Asa's perspective, nothing of what Raro has said is convincing her that yeah, this is a good plan
Okay,
when we
but so
have the option of running away,
and do you?
basically.
Okay, so yeah, so even though we just got attacked here, that still doesn't help at all. So
I
then I
feel
can,
like yeah, I feel like what we have is a resolution to the discussion. Like we know where we stand,
okay,
but I feel like yeah, I'm not sure what how to resolve this because I don't feel like this isn't a move to convince someone. This is a move to come to a resolution. Like we're talking back and forth,
yeah.
and
So I
this
guess
makes it so that yeah, now we know what the result.
so. Then I guess then I think maybe we should, what is so your counter proposal is we run away. So then I do the end, which is what would Raro have to do to convince you to
Yeah,
do this?
I think get additional assistance because we're still like 15 people,
Okay.
20 maybe,
Okay,
like
and
going
so
up against Nima and all of her people, and that's a big
okay.
difference
And
in
Raro
power.
said Raro is willing to do that to get that additional assistance. So I think, and let me know what you think about that, Rich, what that looks like. I think is he looks to Jakara, who is also there, who is some level of additional assurance in front of the Duchess. And he turns to Jakara and says, "We need a little more. I'm willing to pay for it, but we need more."
And Moz leans forward and says, I might be able to help with that. And I have a move.
Oh, hell
Put
yeah.
out the word that you want a thing. Could be a person, could be something, could be just a thing and roll. So I'm going to put out the word for, there's going to be a little bit of jingle. And I know, I think I know who has a beef against the New Republic, who has a beef against the
That's
Nima, who has a beef against Unkar Plutt. And basically, at that point, I'm going to stir the pot up. Just make things a little bit more volatile so that they're not necessarily going to join an army, but if they happen to see one of Nima's persons, they might whack him in the back of the head or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
So let me roll that. That is plus cool. And yeah,
I would like
that
to
is
help
a
that.
that is a 9. Um, if you'd like to help, some coin always helps.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to give both in coin or to back someone's play.
Well, no, I mean back someone play and narratively you'd be giving some coin to help
Yeah,
grease some
exactly.
palms. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Let's roll your HX. What we'll do is just the plus one, simplest, easiest. Does
Yeah.
that push you to the full success or not?
7, which means I
Okay.
believe we get one, which is the plus one.
But I need to tell you what it will cost you.
Does it cost me the one barter?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I think that
Broke.
some of I get
Spend it all his
word out
money.
I get word out with my people, and I think through some of Aza's people, saying, if you've got a beef with Nima, now's the
Yeah.
time to hit them, and that kind of stuff, just to get, you know, chaos kind of zone. And then Moz, as this is going out, as this word is going out, um, I think I'll turn to Asa and say, do you think that we have enough people on our side now?
I think I think it's doable.
Remember, I don't really have much. I don't think our plan should be to destroy Nema. I don't think our plan should be to destroy the New Republic. We just have to make them think that we tried and we're all dead. And then we can leave and restart. That's all I think we need.
I think that if we go after Nima and don't destroy her, then she's going to come after us no matter what things look like.
As soon as she finds us. True.
Yeah, Nima, Rero makes direct eye contact with Jakera for a moment and then looks back at everyone and says, Nima dies today.
Jakera nods. Yep. Yep, that is exactly it, and crosses their arms.
Yeah, that's the only way this works. If we take out Nima, then Anchor Plot is going to back off because he's not strong enough to go after us then. The New Republic may even be happy about it because I don't think they get along very well with her. I'm not sure, but
and
if it
additionally,
looks like we're dead, they're not going to work.
They'll have to deal with the chaos of her removal of power and what that does to Jakku, which they are trying to rehabilitate. They'll be too busy dealing with that to come near Alin or Maz.
Yeah, and remember, we're still planning to leave. We're not going to hang around here.
Exactly. I believe it's time to wage war.
Is everyone on board with the war of waging?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wage war.
And to be clear, as a player, I have not been against waging.
Oh, yeah. No. You're fine. It makes sense for Asa to be like, oh, you're good. All right. So,
I'm curious. Hold on. So, Legol, they are going out to wage war.
Yeah, how, like, I assume the voice in my brain is like, leave. Just leave. What are you doing? But she's not going to leave. Not yet.
Rero talked about their friendship.
I know. Friendship. You tugged at her heartstrings. She was able to overcome the voices saying otherwise. Hey, look, it's all right. We can just
we'll dip later if it gets bad, but we could at least start. If the party's no good, we can just leave partway through.
This can be like the first attack when I do hey, why don't we just send your pet first?
Yes. Do you remain behind to finish repairs? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I accept this.
Basically, yeah, because I was like, hey, I could do the maelstrom thing before Rero rushes in.
Yeah,
you certainly could. That would definitely be a good idea.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I think as we start to break apart and get ready to go do the wage war thing, I would like Rero just grab Zola for a moment. And I think he smiles at you, and it's like a genuine smile, which is not something you've seen from Rero before. And he claps a hand on your shoulder, and he says, I cannot wait for all the new emotions and things that you will teach me, and we will learn out in space together.
Our new pet, you hear in your mind.
And her eyes widen a bit. I'm like, I reckon that'll be an interesting time, Rero.
We'll have Kinum, we'll have Mira, we'll have Rana. Kara will be on the Duchess's ship. It'll be good.
Let's hope we have everyone.
And yeah, then he's gonna go stalk off. But yeah, just have a little more of that.
Zola's like, look, if Kinum survives this maelstrom, good for them.
I think as we're getting ready to roll out, Asa is going to toss, well, the keys. I don't know, just for the visual, like toss the keys to the SRV to Olive. You can drive, right?
Well, Mira can.
Well, put her behind wheel and you go with her then, because I want someone I trust driving my baby.
That's the yellow like speeder truck
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
Uh-huh.
okay.
It's got racing stripes.
Sweet.
Brief 1 minute, maybe two. In high school, again, I grew up in East Tennessee. In high school, my friend Daniel was told by his father, son, if you make good grades and get your license, I'll get you a car, something sporty. This motivated my friend Daniel, who was never that great of a student. I tutored him, even though he was a year ahead of me. I tutored him a bit. He worked hard. He brought up his grades. And then he came home one day to find a burgundy Volkswagen Bug with sports stripes. It was ancient. And we lived 15 miles away from a place called Johnson City. It actually had a mall. And he would, well, there was no radio. So we memorized rap songs and we would just rap on the 15-mile drive. But he would floor it coming out of onto the highway ish. He would floor it like as hard as he could because by the time we made it to the city limits of Johnson City, he could hit 87 if he never let up for the entire drive. That's how slow this car was. So anyway, I just want to share for some reason something sporty in my head has always been the most hilarious thing as I think of a burgundy ancient Volkswagen Bug with sports stripes. The end. Thank you very much. Cool. So
Yes, does anyone have anything they want to do before we wage war?
No. What are our hard points that we're taking?
to wage war, you need
Actually,
to
I have no, sorry, it doesn't really apply. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. To wage war, you need to be able to dispatch warriors in force to a number of positions, each with their own objective. Lay out your positions, objectives, and forces, and be patient. While the poor MC considers your enemy's forces and their counter objectives, including calculating harm as established for each. That done, roll plus hard for each contested position in turn. Caveat, I think it would be interesting if each position has a different PCS leader of, and therefore it relies upon the hard and actions of that leader.
Ooh.
The
Um,
conflicting forces inflict and suffer harm as normal, but the results of the rolls represent the word you receive back from their position. So it is a little more active. How do you guys feel about that slight tweak? Because it allows us as we go into the last session, maybe the
um,
last set of moves.
how about this? I want counter propose. I like the idea, but since Raro is starting this, and I also have tactician, which has that whole like if you do battle on any hit, you
That
get
move
plus
doesn't even
one.
exist in these rules. No, I'm joking. Yeah, we
I'd love
slid
to
them
be
in.
able to help out our less, have Raro be able to help out our less hard
Absolutely.
in
You
some
can
way.
help out the least of you.
Yeah, I'm fucking
The
calling
softest. Help
whenever
out the
Ollie.
soft one. Who's the
But
soft one?
the soft ones, I would like to be able to do some variation of move to help.
Why don't we just say that the help can go towards the first person who rolls a fail?
Ooh, that's interesting.
First two people.
Why two? I think one.
I think like it makes sense if Raro is like the overall
Coordinating.
commander,
Yeah.
then maybe Raro can help each of us, but Raro isn't making a role of their own.
Ooh, do you want to be
Oh.
out of it, removed from the fray? Raro not
Because
actively engaging?
like if you're in the middle of it, then you're not in as good a position
It's
to
true.
help everyone else. But if you're
So
staying,
if I'm out of it, what do I get to help them? Do I get to
So if you
okay.
don't go and engage, we'll give you like an either or. If you
Yeah,
go and
either
you
way.
engage and you take one of the points, you can help one other person if they fail. If you remain back as the commander because of all your superior training, then I would allow you to help everybody, but then your heart doesn't come into play other than indirectly.
What do you when you say help, I guess what does that mean? Is it just
I
the
mean,
help
backing plays.
backing play move? Okay.
Yeah, effectively, you're like a commander
Yeah, so I get to back.
communicating back and forth with them and trying to coordinate all of this, but you don't get any blood on your hands, and it will be remembered.
Kinham is in danger. Things need to be done. Raro, I think, yeah, and I think he has, but he also doesn't get to because in Hold Your Own Battle, he's like an actual army in and of himself, and he doesn't get.
Uh-huh.
I think it's more
Uh-huh.
fun if Raro is also there on the front lines. It just feels like if Raro is in the
No,
thick
it's
of the
fair.
fighting and also helping everyone else, that feels a bit weird. But
No,
like,
I hear you. Does anyone have any thoughts before I make any choices? Because this feels like an important choice.
It would be
Raro does
cowardly to back out
so.
now.
Raro does not seem the type to not get involved.
Doesn't.
So I don't like just from the fictional standpoint, it doesn't make sense if he's not if he's
Yeah, he's got to get involved.
not
I
in the
play as a
fray.
gamer and
So
like
like
take the
we're
better
okay.
option.
I'm okay. None of us getting help from Raro. That makes sense.
Yeah, I as a gamer want to be like, let me assist everyone and let me help everyone.
Well,
But but that's
you
not.
yeah, you made the
Yeah,
grunt, not the general.
I made the grunt, not the general. That's season two. Yeah, that's season two, Rich. Season two, we'll do that. When
Alan
we
makes a
make
good
points.
point.
Yeah,
Greg
demonize it.
makes a good.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we're going with the I get to help out the one person who fails or something like that.
Yeah. All right. So let's figure out. This is where you guys will lay out positions and objectives. If you need it, I do have the map of Nema Outpost. I don't know if that's going to actually help with objectives and positions, but we do have this.
I mean, one objective has to be to kill Nima, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's Raro.
And then freeing I don't remember the name of the person who was
Yeah.
taken.
So freeing Kinham, I think, is where I'm putting Jakara. And that way, if then they can fight once they've freed themselves.
So I think Maz is going to be the distraction at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So that will be where the forces are focused, mainly as a distraction.
Allen is going to try to get into the New Republic uh, archives to mark us as dead.
Ooh,
That's
ooh.
a good position for you. I think Mira is there to like essentially help if anyone's wounded or things like that, or prevent any like one person from like having a real bad time. Um,
I
So
mean, the NPCs don't get to roll, right?
yeah,
This is
Nope.
for
Yeah.
these are the ones.
They get
That,
a ROLE, but they don't get an ROLL.
yeah.
yes.
Aza, what position and objective would you like?
I mean, if Raro is going to Rero is killing Nima. Maz is going to be the distraction. Olin is going for the archives. Then I assume I will have to free people who need freeing.
So I do agree. I get the idea that ROLE, but part of the wage war move is supposed to be like you have your factions, and I feel like at least Jakara, um,
Sure.
as
I
like a
accepted that Jakara's you put in here, oh crap, going
free
to try
cannon.
to free Kinnem. And that's
Okay.
kind of a subset of Rero. Your hard move is going to allow you to.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Then I'm not sure. Like, I need to look at the map, see if there's anything good there.
I think you're just dealing with like you and your group are just dealing with grunts, unfortunately. I feel like that's just the like
Yeah,
a
and that's fine. I think like Nima's temple is there.
Well,
I
how
think
about
we
I tell
could.
you, if it helps,
Yeah,
um, perhaps a bit of an update on the situation. Uh, two new pieces of information.
Mhm.
Um, this will take place during the sandstorm. It just swallows you up as the fighting is happening. Number two, the forces. Nima has called in old favors, and the people over 400 kilometers away of Ristkey have arrived. Barbarians all, led
Oh,
by a powerful Cathari queen
oh
with
shit.
with her lover and young kits.
Her babies are there? She brought her babies?
She's going to war.
But they're babies. We were raised like
well,
that and we know it's bad.
I guess
Generational
that's who
trauma.
we're fighting then.
Sure, if that's where you would like to go.
I mean, like to go is I think this is more like keeping them off more than like fighting them head on. And since we are from Jakku, we're probably a bit more accustomed to the sandstorms and able to like because I assume that will be more maybe like outside the settlements or at least outside the buildings for the most
Mm-hmm.
part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then
we
Sounds
do
good.
that.
what about the coming into play of Maz's thing from before that we paid Jingle into? Um, that was the additional forces of people who are against Nima.
I
And
think
Yes.
that was just to get Asa to come in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there will
those
be
people,
some people that
Flavor.
Nima might count upon who might
okay.
just not put forth their maximum effort. You
Okay,
know,
I'll put that.
Lieutenant Waldron, yeah, like, oh, I've got these reports to file, Nima. I understand there's a lot going on. We've got to batten down the hatches here. Yeah, you
Okay.
know.
So what's Zola doing?
Doing
Yeah.
that crazy maelstrom stuff, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, but what's your objective?
Yeah.
I
What do you
think
want to
That that's beyond me. I don't know.
Um, are you trying to
that's
manage the
wow.
sandstorm so that we
Even the
can take
playing field?
advantage of it through the maelstrom?
Basically, her thing was like, yeah, I think I can provide a lot of good distractions and chaos. Maybe I'll
Okay.
like plant some
Like,
explosives because
like
You
she's
even the
could
never been
playing.
like open and like, yeah, that sandstorm was me. Yeah, that worm was me.
you could go
Maybe
for the power station.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
I like that as an objective.
yeah.
That's a great idea.
That's a good sabotage thing.
We should have
sort of
Zola
like
go
a
last. I think
even the
Zola should go
playing.
last.
Yeah, Zola can go last. Even the
Zola running
playing.
away. Shut up, Craig. I don't know.
Zola's sort of
Okay.
evening the playing field since it's at Nima's temple.
All right. So to restate, Rero going to kill Nima, and help having Jakara try to free Kinnem and you know, maybe Ranate, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Maz is acting as a distraction, should probably go early on, That distraction means there are less forces to array against you guys. All in trying to infiltrate the New Republic archives, which of course will be located, you know, in the some of the standing places that where we've seen lots of New Republic folks. It will probably be at
The med station, maybe.
yeah,
Haven't
the old
they
med
take over
station.
that?
I think that makes sense. And Zola is trying to take out the power station. Nice. So,
And
there
I'm
we.
fighting off
Oh,
the
yes, you're
barbarian.
fighting the forces of Key. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So as the stand sweeps in, you guys appear as little uh silhouettes, and we hear
I've actually
explosions.
and Moz called in earlier to Unkar Plutt and said, I'm going to be arriving with Raro at the shanty town, at the walls. We can make the exchange there. Please make sure that we don't have any uh only your people are there, not bounty hunters looking for me, because then the deal's off.
Hmm.
Anyway, I was supposed to call in. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
make
you
sure I
were,
got
you were, you
that
were.
side. So I think we see the limping crates bait kind of coming up towards Shantytown through the sandstorm, through the wind.
Cool. There we go. There's our order.
Why is
Oh, I
Olin
don't know
on there
why I
twice
did
and
Olin
Heroes on
twice.
there?
Hold on, let me edit that. Rich is it was supposed to be Aza. Aza Olin. Where am I going? Raro. Raro. Raro
Yeah,
was
Raro
after
against.
all.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's close to mine. Okay.
Oh, it is. I should have just accepted yours. Okay, it's fine.
It's no, it's no big.
Maz, you limp in you very slowly. You've got Raro with you. You see Unkar Plutt and several Gamorreans. In fact, one of them, the sister who still has a meat on for Zolical, her beady eyes scanning to see. Right? Yeah, you killed brother. You killed my brother. You killed
So I,
my brother. She still has her hate on. So Maz, you now need to roll plus hard for a contested position.
What's the harm as established?
The harm as established. So the harm is that this is a medium gang, so it will be 3 harm. But also medium gang, so against you guys, uh, goes up. So it effectively becomes 5 harm because medium to
and
small to regular people.
my security team counts
Oh,
as a
that's right.
small gang.
So it's medium to small, so it's four
Yeah.
harm.
Yes. Okay. And let me roll that. That is a 9.
Hmm. On a 7 to 9, the MC chooses one based on harms established. Favorable, your force has won a hard victory here, securing its objective. Equal, your force held strong here, retreating only grudgingly. Unfavorable, your force held and gave ground strategically here, forcing your enemies to fight for every advance they made, but ultimately abandoned the position. I I like it as unfavorable, and here's why. You still like it from a battle perspective, you're looking to distract. So an unfavorable with you being outnumbered, you kind of accomplish what you're after. It's just you guys weren't coming in hard to try to kill every one of them. Does that feel fair?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think what we see on screen is, we see the crate bait stop, and we see, a bundle that looks Roro shaped get dumped out onto the sand. And as they approach, they go to open it up, and that's whenever all the gunfire starts. And I
Yeah.
think during the process, we see the crate bait explode, and we see like Maz thrown clear, smoking and on fire behind a dune, but we don't really see what happens. Maybe he
Nasty.
crawls away and all of that. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Lots of Jawa. died
I just
this
imagine
way.
a Jawa popping out of the bag and being like,
Oh, baby! Sounds good. Love it. Next up is Aza. So Aza, you and your people came in, you see Maz, and there's this pitched battle that's taking place around the crate's bait. It explodes, and that's when you see amid the sandstorm all of these, I'm imagining covered head to toe, similar to the Tuscan Raiders, but they don't have
Mhm.
the like face part, but they're all covered
Yeah.
head to toe with several Cathari or at least a pair of Cathari with young kids. Uh, and let's see how Asa deals. So, what is the harm established? This is a large gang, but they mostly like their harm is not as heavy. Like they don't use blasters. They come in close. They use hand weapons, ancient weapons. So they are a two harm large gang.
Yeah. So what? Because I'm here with my people. I don't. How
I think it
many?
could be a small gang. That seems fair for
Yeah. Yeah. Can I use my combat driver ability here? Because I'm on the
sure.
wheel.
That
Uh,
seems like a thing you would lean into to help you in this moment. It would be silly otherwise.
cool. So I'm gonna roll, and this is hard, right?
It is indeed.
Plus one,
Oh, don't
rolling.
forget to mark your hards as you roll them.
Yeah, I got a 4. This is bad.
Okay. On a miss, there's no
well,
word presume the worst. Yeah.
well, is this, can
Oh,
I?
oh, that's right. We did say. Would you like to
I'm
So,
back
not
that play,
sure
Raro?
if it's worth it because, or actually, let's see. I need 3. You need to roll an extra die and roll a 4 or higher. So it's pretty dicey.
Do you want to let him go? Because think, you could help Olin, you could help Zola.
Colin, Rizzo, or Jakara.
Oh, this is good. Delicious, delicious.
Aza didn't want to do this to begin with either,
I know.
and I don't want to go on her ship either. Yeah, no, I think I. Wow. Ooh, this is a character choice. Um, Raro, I think we see this. I think Raro is like making these choices as he's doing these things, and we see, and he thinks about that. He thinks about her reluctance to help him in his time of need, and how he had to convince her,
Hmm.
how he had to
Hmm.
spend coin, how his contract was only to guard the ship and not her or her people. And yeah, I think he doesn't step in for Asa. I'm sorry, Greg. I have better role possibilities to help other people, and
Oh, Adesh, you're left behind. I think your people get wiped.
Hmm.
I think Asa takes a lot of harm as well. I think there's a moment when you see through the sandstorm, you see, by the way, I am listening to Darude's Sandstorm in the background. Um, oh crap, I may need to step away for a second if the barking is what I think it is. Hold on.
no.
Uh, yeah, I may have to step away for a second, but let's resolve this. So you are taking two large, which makes it three to medium, and then the step down to small makes it four. So you are taking four harm, Aza. Let's go ahead and have you mark the harm and uh roll the harm move.
This puts me at 11, unless this counts as suffering V harm, in which case I suffer one less, but I don't think so, right? This is
I
just harm.
I don't, yeah, they're not using a vehicle against you. There's
Yeah.
just so many of them, and they fight like maniacs. Like they climb
Mhm.
aboard and they're beating with club and rod to try to get inside.
Yeah, because I'm like driving right at them because we
And you take out a bunch of them. There's just so many. It's like
yeah,
a horde of madmen. They're all drugged up.
absolutely. So what do I roll now? Do I roll plus
Great
the harm
question.
I
So you
take?
roll minus the harm you've suffered. You want to roll high. So you're going to roll -4.
Oof. Yeah, okay.
Wow, you rolled
That's
like
7.
gangbusters. Oh man,
Oof.
7 to 9. I'll give you a choice. This is not on the thing, but I'll just give you a choice. We can go by the move, or you can take that one extra harm as the harm move, which means your life becomes untenable.
Ooh. What's the other thing on the what's the thing on the move? Harm move.
Yeah, that's not even a 7 to 9 option. That's just a Rich would
Oh
sure
yeah, yeah.
love somebody to
Yeah,
die.
I mean I'll take the extra harm. That's more fun.
Sweet, sweet,
So
sweet. Yeah,
let's
it's
put
a
that.
moment where I think you crash into the vehicle crashes into Plut's shop. It just like runs over it, right? And all these food portions are scattered about. And the last thing we see as the sand swallows you up is one of the well, we'll have one of the Cathari show up to deliver that blow as we see not the Queen of the Reest Key, but Fini Arielum, as he like claws at your face and your life becomes untenable. Sweet.
Awesome.
Do we need to take a break for a
Yes, I
minute and
want to
then come to
step
me?
away for
Okay.
just a minute to double check the thing. I'll be literally right back. Okay, we're back. Sweet. I thought Beaker was barking about another thing, but he is not. So let's keep going. You needed to roll a harm move. You just reminded me, Stephen. Thank you for that honesty. I appreciate it.
So let me roll that. That I took 3 harm, so
Mm-hmm.
that's 2d6 minus 3. That's a 2.
Oh, the do you want to roll high?
Yes,
So
yes.
on a miss, the MC chooses one. You're out of action, unconscious, trapped, incoherent, or panicked. It's worse than a scene, taking additional harm. Choose two from the 7 to 9. I like you're out of action because we had the blow up. It feels right with what you narrated and doesn't force us to introduce a new thing. So yeah, that's it. You
Perfect.
disappear in the sandstorm. Sounds awesome. Sweet. Number 3. All in. So all in, yeah, you're gonna sneak into what used to be your old med bay that was then became a prison for you, but you broke out. And
Yeah. So I
yeah.
think just to lead into that, and to sort of dovetail it with Aza's death is, we're like the distraction is Maz. We see the explosion of Maz's thing, and I'm like, is that the signal? And Mira and I are like making our way through the streets in the sandstorm, like kind of disguised, and we see uh
Sorry.
the Kahari, thank you, forces show up, and like we're about to be seen, and then Aza's group moves in, and Mira like sees Aza get ripped from her wheel speeder, and like I have to grab her and pull her back. No, no, we have to keep going.
Yes. Oh, it's so mean. Love it. And yeah, you infiltrate I think you've got maybe they've changed the key code access because it's locked down, so you're gonna have to break your way in. You've got to go with hard. You couldn't go smart. You had to go with hard.
Roll
So
hard.
let us see. Oh, and I think that what we have here is a small gang.
Okay. And I did take that the heavy shrapnel gun from the volatile is the weapon I was thinking I picked up.
Awesome. And they are a 3 harm because they are well equipped.
Okay. So 3 harm small gang is 4 harm to just Mira and I, right? Okay. The flak rifle does 3 harm. So it's like a 1 harm differential. Okay. Oh, rolling plus hard, huh?
Nice.
All right.
Well, I found somebody who did a remix, a 26-minute remix of Darude.
I'm
It's
saying stuff.
amazing.
That's our first 12.
Wow, a 12. So on a 10 plus, MC chooses one, favorable, equal, or unfavorable. I want to go favorable. What is you bust in? We have Corporal Minix Stanturf, the guy that you beat down before. He was a private before he actually got promoted because he talked himself up. He's the first that you fight. But what does this look like as you win the day here and go into change the files, all that stuff? What's that look like?
I think there's the moment where they see us in the courtyard, right? And all of the Republic troopers pull their weapons out. And the corporal says, Doctor, we don't want to hurt you. And Allen pulls out the giant rifle. He's like, doesn't even say anything, just starts shooting all of the vehicles and stuff around. Causing he's not shooting directly at them, but he's causing enough damage that everybody is having to flee for cover as Mira starts hacking the next door. Um, they Mira tries to like wipe the records, and as soon as like that's uploaded, he just takes the same flak rifle and starts shooting all of the data stores at the New Republic outpost.
Nice, nice. It is trashed. It is going to take them a long time to recover from all the things that you've destroyed. Now, I'll put this because it's 12 plus, Greg. Does Lieutenant Waldron survive this?
Uh, with a lot of medical intervention, they
Well,
might.
who's going to provide that?
Uh, I think we're dragging him out. Oh wait, it's Waldron, right?
Yeah, it's Waldron.
Oh yeah, yeah. Waldron's not too bad. Um. Oh no, wait. Waldron's the one who's trying to turn me in, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's dead.
Dead. Sweet, sweet. Love it. Fantastic. Man, that's awesome. Super good. It is Raro's turn. We are overtime. I'm so sorry.
It's
But
okay.
Raro, you're going after Nima to take Nima down with
I
Jakara
my
helping you
my
by.
cave heart is going out of control right now. This is a hard. Nima the Hut must die. I have a +3. Um,
It's going to be fine. You've been rolling so well today. I have faith in you. The
Rich,
dice
don't say
want you to succeed. I know.
this is true. Uh, in tactician, that's a thing. Mm, all right,
Rue the day I allowed that to happen.
9.
Keep going. 9. Okay. So on 7 to 9, I choose one based on harm established. Favorable, you won a hard victory here. Equal, your force held strong, retreating only grudgingly, inflicting serious harm as it was forced to fall back. Unfavorable, your force held and gave ground. I'm going to go with equal, the middle, because you rolled a middle. So your force held strong here, retreating only grudgingly. You will swap harm, and this is. Oh, I didn't establish their harm. That is, yeah, I did 3 medium gang. Nima's forces, right? Yes, I did say that out loud. So, that is a lot of harm coming your way. You are your own gang, so you're a
Yes, so
small
I am a
gang.
medium. No, when you're outnumbered, count yourself as 10. If it takes a gang of 11 plus to outnumber you, a gang of 20 to double, to 30 plus to triple you.
Ooh, really? Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Toe to toe a small gang by yourself. When you're outnumbered, count yourself as 10. 10 people tasting 11 plus to outnumber you, a gang of 20 to double you. Okay, so yes, this is a gang of a medium gang, so it is 20 plus. So they do outnumber
Okay.
you. So it's a one step, three harm medium gang. So it goes from 3 to 4. Don't forget you have armor.
Yeah.
Also, all in, you should have taken harm. Thank you for asking. Is 3 harm small gang. If you have armor, apply that.
I do, so I would have taken 3 harm.
And what is the harm Raro does? Well, your weapons are gone. Where'd all your weapons go?
Oh, they're all on the bottom.
Oh, that's right, because you had so many. Because you're volatile.
Um,
Blade
I think
thrower?
it's
Crazy.
3. Blade thrower. I kind of really like blade thrower.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't
Cool.
gotten
So
to use.
that is going to take out a number of gang members
Mhm.
of Raro's people.
Nemus people.
Oh no. Nema's people. Sorry. Raro's people is Raro.
He's very
Nema's
wrong. Yeah.
people is yeah. So a 1 on the harm move. Yeah, Alan, that's rough. I'll think about that as we get Raro going. So we had the mix of things, and I think with the equal you held strong. Here's the deal. Here's the choices I offer as your um retreating only grudgingly, inflicting serious harms, it was forced to fall back. You can leave behind with the forces. You can choose to leave behind either Ranate or your kitmate, Kinnem, and kill Nema, or you are able to escape with both of them and do nearly irreparable harm to Nema's gang, but Nema the Hutt survives.
Kill Nima, leave Rana. Rana can do whatever she wants. She's free now. Nima won't capture her because Nima's dead.
Hey, that sounds logical. Sweet. How is it that Rara kills Nema the
I
Hutt?
rip her throat out with my teeth.
Wow, with your teeth. That
With
is extra.
with my teeth. Like the blades like run out. Like he comes in, the blade thrower is going. He's also fighting with his claws and things like that. The blade runner, I think, runs out and he like flips the armor over it and finally gets in close to Nima and looks. I think he looks Nima directly in the eye. And I think Jakara is there in the background fighting because she helped get Kinnem free, and now Kinnem's there in
Yes,
the back
they do.
also fighting the forces. And he says, "You brought this upon yourself, Nima. You could have let this go. You could have survived."
Nice. And I think you kill Nema, and then Corporal Matus comes up to like shoot you in the back of the head. But then he is felled. Not by Jakara, who was busy trying to rescue, but by Iveth. Um,
Oh, by Iveth. Oh, Iveth. I
Iveth
love her.
comes around with this little monofilament
She's
whip
like, oh,
thing, and
somebody.
like, yeah, she kind of drops down, and monofilament whip kind of slices his head off before he is able to kill you. And yeah, that's the thing.
And I,
So
for once, Rero looks at Iveth in the eyes and is like, "Good job, Iveth."
I was ordered to do so.
Hmm. Yeah.
So Zola goal before you roll.
Yeah, you got to deal with two different harm people.
I got harms.
Yeah.
So I have a 1 harm, a roll on the harm move from Allen of 1.
And Rara has to
Yep.
roll, right?
Yeah, and Raro, you also need. So Raro, you did take harm. It was the 3 medium gang to 4, but apply armor. And
I
what
have
armor
two.
do you have? I think you have
I have
armor,
two.
right? 2 armor, so it's just 2 harm. Just 2 harms, nothing. Just roll -2. And let me get back to
So
on
what
a
do I put that
1.
as? Here it's 3.
No,
Pardon?
Or sorry, on the actual countdown clock, what do I put that as?
your harm
6.
goes to 6. Two
6.
Oh,
ticks.
it
Okay.
goes, yeah, it goes up by 2 ticks. Sorry. It is weird. Miss for Allen. Out of action, worse than it seemed, taking additional harm, 2 from the 7 to 9 list. I'm gonna go 7 to 9. You miss noticing something important, and I'll say that for season 2. There's something about all of the like, I've erased our files and we're dead that you miss. And what's my other one? You lose track of someone or something you're
I think
attending
Mira
to.
gets away. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Mira
like that.
knows to meet me at places.
Cool. So how did your harm roll go, Rero?
Okay. So I just want to make sure I do this right. So it's 2d6 minus 2.
Correct.
0.
Wow. I feel like I should be extra mean for a zero. I don't see zeros often. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Just
Yeah,
think.
I have a few. I have a. She says I was ordered to, and then she says I was also ordered to do this, and she stuns you.
Oh, oh, I love that.
And you're out of you're out of action, unconscious. And she drags you away. So now we come to Zoligal. You hear explosions. There's fighting going on. The crate's bait blows up, and you hear in your mind, if here's what I offer you. If we leave now with what forces you have, I will release my hold on you and claim another. So she's offering to relinquish hold on you if you would just dip right now. Just GTFO. Just leave them all behind.
Counter offer. We're in this together, and you're gonna, you know, we're getting this done.
No. I'll ride alongside you. But this is your choice, and you will deal with it. Prove to me your strength and
I'm gonna
worthiness.
in-brain puppet strings them.
Oh, man, you're gonna hire it. Yeah, that's awesome. Sweet. So yeah, you quiet her
I was going to save
and
that for all the minions, but
uh-huh. Yeah,
can't be a
it
bunch of rolls, so
you like you snap your fingers and yeah, that is awful.
should I roll?
Darth Nahirx is weak. Her hold on you
Okay.
is tentative at best, and she is quiet in your mind as you approach your objective.
Yeah, I guess. I was like, all right, are you going to cooperate? As
She's
I
going,
summon the maelstrom. Manifest
okay.
it.
Manifest the maelstrom. Awesome. So, there is no roll. You just do the thing, which means that it is destroyed. The power station goes down. There's not even a roll. Uh,
Okay.
but you do have like
There's a
there are
sandstorm
yeah,
damage, right?
so I think you need to roll plus hard to see how the rest of it goes. So
Oh,
there is it's a harm zero here. The harm is the sandstorm. You have
gotcha.
successfully not only kicked some ass, but taken some names.
Is so
Let's just have you do the Jakku
fictionally
sandstorm,
fictionally
Lucina.
with the destruction of the powers, is it the worm that comes and destroys it?
Yeah. Oh, now it is literally here. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Where is that move?
Okay, still the goal. You got that offer. You counter propose and then puppet string, and now you destroy the power station and other stuff, and
Oh,
you
there we
head
go.
into the Jakku sandstorm to make it back to the Trident, I think. So roll
Okay.
plus hard and let's see how
All
it
right.
goes.
I do. I have 1+1 to forward, so I will use it. Actually,
You should.
can I just use that move? And like, nah, I'm back at the Trident. All
Plus
right.
one forward on what exactly, Zola? On leaving everyone?
I
You
don't
did
know.
your job.
Yeah, I did my job. My hold was 1+1, so I take +1. I have not rolled dice yet this session. So.
Roll dice. You want to roll
What?
dice?
I mean, I could spend the hold and just be there, right?
You could.
Nah, I rolled the dice. I got a
Yes,
9.
yeah.
Hey, can I so I have my help still, so can I help?
I thought
I
you
don't.
did help. Oh, that's right.
No,
You left Daza
I left Asa out.
out in the cold.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you can help to push that to a 10 if you want.
I don't think it. So fictionally, I don't think it makes sense because Raro's unconscious.
Oh,
That means that I didn't help Asa for nothing.
That's okay.
it's okay. It's the craziness of
Oh.
battle.
And it's
Ah.
also like the 7 and I lose track of my location, or I suffer burns of the lung, mouth, hands, and feet. So I choose one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you pick
Yeah.
one.
I'll take the harm.
Yeah, sounds good. Rough stuff.
Yeah.
So, boy, a lot went on. Let me do a quick recap. Maz is lost, and we're not sure where. The crate's bait is destroyed for all intents and purposes. Allen has destroyed the New Republic station, aid station slash HQ, and cleared the place out with only Lieutenant Waldron escaping and somehow in the fray. Your
No, we
specialist
killed
Mira was
we
lost.
killed Waldron.
Did we? Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Waldron's
Well,
dead. That's right.
unless I
That's
thought
right.
I did.
Nah, we can have other recurring annoying enemies. He dies at the season end, which is what is now. So yeah, Allen, you survived, but as far as you know, maybe nobody else did. Specialist
Sure.
Mira's gone, and Asa, things went real bad for you. Real bad.
Yeah. I think we can leave it open what happens to Asa. I was thinking like she could be captured by the
Ooh.
Well, could we do
barbarians.
epilogues?
We're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
Rich, I got a 10 plus on the harm roll, so
Hey, you're awesome. You rock so hard. Your harm
yeah.
is nothing. What do
Do
you
you want it to
care?
stand as is or -1? But you
Minus
choose
one
7 or 9.
harm. You came
Then you
out of
choose
this
7 or
fine.
9.
So yeah, you make your way past the harm, the burns of lung mouth. That's fine. It should any other person should have been harmed, but it turns out the Mirialans are okay at it.
Nice.
So yeah, I think Asa being captured by the Reese Key sounds fun and interesting. I'm into that. Anything you want to add to it, Andesh?
Um, no, I think she's captured. I think we just see the queen stepping up to her and like poking her with whatever weapon she's using and say, "Bring this one."
Do we see like the Rich? Let me know if that's okay. I feel like maybe she leans down and takes a deep sniff and smells Raro
Oh
on
yeah, I'm
Asa.
into that. That sounds
Oh,
good.
that's good.
And it is like bring this one.
Sounds good. Like it. Uh, Moz, anything you wanted to add to an epilogue for you?
I'll go later.
Okay, sounds good. Alan, epilogue?
Uh,
Really, can I? Sorry, really quick. I will say the plan that Raro put together, since he put together plans, like, and then we all meet either at the, and he wanted to try to get them towards the Duchess's plane. That was where he was like, and then after this is the meetup point. So whether you follow that or not is up to you. But that is just
That's
something
fair.
Raro
That's
wants.
good
yeah,
for
okay,
folks
that
to
was the
know
plan.
what.
Okay.
Yeah, the plan.
So yeah, speaking of the plan, Allen is trudging his way back slowly through the sands towards the Trident assault ship.
Not the Duchess.
Because he saw too many explosions. Um and he gets sort of to the outskirts of where Aza's, camp was set up. All of the tents have been blown down. All of like the protective stuff around the ship itself seems to be holding. He crawls himself inside. Zola, did Mr. Bones go with you, or is he there?
Oh, you
Oh,
talked on mute, Julie.
yeah.
No, my droids are still back at at
Stroid's
the
still
ship.
there. Okay. So he like gets let in and heals himself up. And as he's healing himself, like in the background of the camera shot, the systems are all online because the ship totally works.
Mm-hmm.
The sensors are showing the transponder code for his brother's ship as it crosses and exits hyperspace into Jakku.
Awesome. Uh, Zolagol, what about you? You got through the sandstorm, no problem, it
Yeah.
seems.
I'm gonna spend that hold, just jump right into Alan's epilogue. It's like you're laying on a table. It was like, I think we're gonna need to replace some parts. Just kidding. Just kidding. Unless you
No,
want.
I'm not. I need to be stabilized. I love it.
Okay. I'm like, well, at least somebody showed up.
And Raro's like, no, we're supposed to go to the
It
Countess.
was the other plane. It was the other ship.
This is got my
Raro, because I think Maz will have Maz go last. What is Raro's
I
appellate?
don't know, Rich. I was knocked unconscious. What happened to me?
Oh, that's right. You were knocked unconscious. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Sweet. Yeah,
either
you
Jakara,
wake
Kim,
up. You wake up in the clean, pristine environment of a particular ship that you know relatively well. You are aboard the Venture, and there's a certain Chiss who's looking after you. And I think Tosti's the first thing to wake you up. Like
yeah,
Tosti
Tosties.
rubs his face against yours and purrs a little bit. Well, we are leaving. It turns out that the Countess no longer sees this as a viable option. The Duchess no longer sees this as a viable option.
I and like there's still like the adrenaline, like the pumping, and I think like a hand kind of just like rakes out and does like superficial damage to the wall. Um, and he looks and he's like, Kinum, Mira, Zola, Rana, what happened? Alin, Aza, Maz, where are they? Are they on the ship also? We were all supposed to meet here.
So many names. The other Cathari, is that one of the names that you listed?
He's Kinum,
Yes. Kinum.
Togruta, Jakara, and I Biff. He like does a little more superficial damage.
You hear, was the ship is taking off. You should secure yourself. And he moves over and sits down and like puts on a little seat belt.
What about the others? You said the other Cathari, but what about there was a near a human woman, a Togruta, there was a Mirialin, several near humans, Insert what
Oh,
Maz is.
Jakara brought a Togruta girl aboard.
Uh, I describe Mira.
Oh, no. No, she was not among the others. I'm
One
sorry.
second, I'm so sorry. I need to answer this call.
That's fine. Well, let's jump to
I can go
uh
now.
Maz.
Yeah. So I think we don't see anything from Moz for a while, but whenever um, is captured by the crew from Rastiki, and
Hmm.
I think we see back there, we see Aza put in prison, put in a cell or something like that.
Sure.
And I think we see, some time has passed, right? And we see, one of the guards step forward to close the gate, and it's sort of like, and basically there's like a mask kind of thing over the face, but we see through the eyes, and it's Moz closing the gate, nodding at Aza, very much in the kind of a Lando kind of move.
Ah, I love it. Yes, you're gonna break her out. Lovely. Uh, so yeah, I think there's no I think we leave it a little in the air that Rero is asking about all of his friends, and it seems like most of them did not come where you thought they were supposed to be. What about Solo Cole? Anything you want to add there, Jolene, for
I no, I don't think
good?
so.
I love it.
She's like, all right, where is everybody?
What a wild into this series, friends.
Uh,
Let's on the odd chance that there might be more, let's quickly run through the end of session stuff. So I will start from the right-hand side. Stephen, Moz, who knows you better?
Oh no, I hadn't thought about that. Let's see, who knows me better? Probably Aza.
If you took the advanced move, you have a different option if you want it.
True, but I think I'll stick with Aza. Yeah,
Okay. No, I meant have faith in someone.
yeah. I saw that.
Neat. Oh, okay, cool. Are you satisfied with your place in the galaxy?
I think I am at this point. I'm dead, effectively dead. I'm
Hmm.
helping my friends. Sure, I think I am.
And then does your scavenge choice still hold true?
No, I don't have anything anymore.
Okay. We'll work that
Uh,
out whenever we resume things if and when that happens. So let's move slightly to the left on the keeper and check in with Zola Goal. Who knows you better?
Uh, I'll say Alan.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied with your place in the galaxy?
No.
And then mark an improvement. And
Then
then
yes.
scavenge choice still hold true.
Uh, hmm. I would say no.
Okay. Well, we
So
can
swap it.
work to, yeah, you can swap it or we can work to resolve what it is at a later time if it is pertinent. What about Allen? Who knows you better, Allen?
Uh, a few people. Raro,
You can pick up to two.
yeah, and Zola. Raro and Zola.
Okay. Are you satisfied with your place in the galaxy?
I was right until I started getting robot parts.
Oh,
So
the robot
no.
parts are help you be more efficient though. And then does your scavenge choice still hold true?
I think it does, yes.
Okay, cool. Then let us continue to Raro. Who knows you better, Raro? Because he's
Um, who knows me better? I think Asa does. I think Asa knows the lengths that he will go, but also what he did not forget.
and then are you satisfied with your place in the galaxy?
No?
Okay, mark an improvement. And is your scavenge choice, which is
I
wow, what even is it now?
I don't
Um,
even know. I don't necessarily hold true still. Ambiguous, man. I'm just not gonna take a point for
okay,
it.
mark an improvement. And then Asa. Who knows you better?
Raro, definitely.
Are you satisfied with your place in the galaxy?
All my people are dead. Lost the ship. I captured, nearly dead. So no.
That's fair. It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. What about your scavenge choice? Does that still hold true? Seems like no.
Probably not.
Mark
Oh,
two
I
improvement there.
think I also maybe I got an XP from my from my
Hitting all the
uh,
moves or all the
from
stats?
no from the inheritor thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you got an improvement from that. We should have rewritten inheritor to be an improvement. But because you did the thing they asked to.
Yeah, I pursue that course, but don't accomplish your ends. But I didn't pursue that course because I didn't leave.
Oh,
I stayed to
true.
fight instead. So I don't get that. But that doesn't matter.
Oh
Doesn't matter.
well. Well, that is that the end of session stuff. We are way past time. Anyone who wants
Actually,
to Oh wait,
if
is there
people,
more?
so I hit a 4 on my HX with Alan Trazic. If people aren't rushing off, uh, you know,
Uh,
what's a secret I've learned or realized about you, Alan Trazic? As we end our show,
oh,
I taught you how to fight, in that moment and closed your belt or your vest.
uh, that's not the first time Allen has gotten into a fight before.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So an important fight, I guess, or a
Yeah.
big fight or
Yeah.
something. Nice.
That's a good secret. Very, very good. Oh, there we go. I'm not doing wishes, but anyone who wants to stick around to throw out a star or two, you are welcome to. This was wonderful. My star is to all of you. I really enjoyed this series. Your characters are wonderful. I can't believe where this went. Um,
Kill him the hut.
Nima's dead. Good job killing Nima the Hutt. She deserved it. So, let's just go in character keeper order. So, Andesh, do you have any stars you want to throw out?
Yeah, super fun session. Good job managing the battle. It was cool to see that move in play. Um, and I actually enjoyed that everything turned out so badly with the fight. I mean, Asa kind of feels retroactively vindicated that this was a bad idea. We should have run away. Like
I
her,
told you we should leave.
like Kara told her, like her elders said, you should leave, and she didn't, and things turned out badly. That's great. Uh,
Your perspective.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I loved Zola arguing with the Sith in her brain. That's super fun. Um, I wish we could have seen a bit more of Olin here, but having him on the operating table there at the end was very cool. So
Yeah.
Maz always being willing to sacrifice himself is very very endearing and cool. And Raro just bullying everyone into going into this big battle, and yeah, that was great.
Really was. Cool. Then Kay, any
Yeah,
stars?
many stars. Star to Rich. That fucking pull when I rolled that 0 and they knock you out. What a great pull. I appreciated your choices of who you also decided to have on the ship versus not have on the ship. Um, in terms of like the NPCs and things like that. That was great. Also, yeah, and also Star to Dash for the Ritsky capturing Aza, but also Aza giving pushback. Like I appreciated that in character. I think that was great. I liked playing with the moves. I know it was a bit complicated, but I think that was very fun. The roles, and it was fun to be like, there's nothing cooler than having a money stat and just spending the shit out of it in the last session. So that was great. Steven, I love Maz's approach to Raro in that scene. We really haven't had too many scenes together in the series. So that was like such a beautiful, like kind of end point for them there. And I also just loved your generous sense of self in all of games that I play with you, Steven. Jolene, this is my first time ever playing with you. Brava, amazing. We both played characters that were out of type, but I think I don't know what your usual type is, but this was amazing. I loved Zola. I still love Zola. I'm saddened that she is not on the same ship Ferrero, but also excited by it. Just an absolute giant star to you, Jolene. Like as in our first play together. I hope we play many more times. Greg, one of my first ever Star Wars playing buddies. In my first game, yeah, what a rich. I loved that sort of I'll make a man out of you moment where he's like, and get medical supplies, and he's like, give me a gun. Uh, so good. Getting that up close and personal moment, the destroying of things. I love that's left off again. Love and hate that they're separated. How dare you lose Mira? I hate you. Uh, but yeah, another just a generous star. I really liked Allen. I now also really want to see like Kel and Allen in like a scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then my big star wish is give me more Rich.
Greg, any stars?
Stars to everyone. I loved everybody's epilogues. Especially that Zola, like, Olin is all ready to just like pass out on the table, and Zola's like, it looks like you might need the cybernetic parts. Um, that was great. Stephen, I always know that if I'm playing a game with you, we will explore every part of the system, and we will take the whole thing out for a ride, which I always appreciate. You're always pushing towards getting a move into play that we haven't seen yet. It's wonderful. Andish, I loved Aza. I loved the vindication. Starter Rich, with both the start, because we had both Aza and Zola essentially have the same move and get essentially the same answer, which is get the fuck out of here. But both of them selfishly only take your people. That was wonderful. Kay, it's always great to play with you. I loved Raro. I'm so glad that we got to do battle, and I'm so glad that Raro did not decide to fight from the back line and went right for Nima. That was great. I loved the escape with the Duchess. So, and then we're escaping. We did it. Do we do it? Where are all my friends? Yeah, wonderful.
Jolene, any stars left?
Yeah, I mean, stars for everyone. I'm not going to go into everyone one by one. You're all incredible. Love playing with you all. Rich, moment of stars is just like you playing that Sith. They're a delight. They're like, "Hey, we should leave. If you leave, I'll leave you." And I'm like, "No, we're not doing that."
I loved your response of like, no, we're not doing that, and also embrace puppetry. Puppetry, boom. That was great. That was really, really good. Cool. Thank you, Jolene. And then bring it home, Stephen. Any stars still left out there?
Yeah. I've got a few. One is so I love the scene that's already been mentioned where we were debating, do we run away or do we fight? Um, that really brought it home. I'm glad we were able to get everybody there, and that was really good. Um, the second one is, a star for trying out the advanced moves and seeing what they're like. There were a few of them that were they're really interesting and they're brand new, so we haven't really seen them in play before. So I really liked, trying to tell what was going on there, and I think it worked well. And lastly, a star to you, Rich, which was Rich had asked me in chat, you know, who specifically I talked to, which NPCs I talked to help out in the city. And I was like, so I fed him some ideas. I was like, oh, it was, this person and that person. And I said, you should bring in some of Aurora's siblings. And Rich is like, I'm already on top of that. So he already had things going, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So knowing good things right away, that was fantastic. So start to you, Rich.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, this was delightful. We ran long. I'm really glad everybody was able to stick around to the end, which is now. Thank you all. I've loved this series, and I look forward to playing more Star Wars with you.
This was a delight. Fantastic playing with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.